What's going on, guys? Joe with OMGRC.com. Looking for just went ahead and was kind of running to get this done. Actually, FedEx just came only within the last hour to get some stuff shipped out. So let me go ahead, jump over to my channel, get started. We're going to be doing an upgrade, live upgrade. I've done plenty of them, so I don't see why there would be any issues. So I figure we'll go ahead and give it a try here. So anybody that maybe wants to follow along, I'll probably move the camera closer. You kind of see what's kind of going on. I try to repack it all so it looks more like it's been untouched from the factory. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. This is all for people that order from our website, OMGRC.com. So this is an upgrade, the factory GTO and like the Dodge Hellcat. Those, most of the phaser line are pretty much all brushless. At this point in time, that's all they are. So we go ahead and we put a Hobbywing system in there. So it's a 4000 kV brushless system capable of, it's going to be on 3S. It can run on 2S LiPo, 3S LiPo, and speeds of over 55 plus miles an hour. So that is where we're at. Sorry, it's hot, and I was running around as far as that one goes. So, oh.
The other thing I like about street.
Yeah, we're not advertising you. Yo, whoa, we got quite a few. Okay, cool, man. Appreciate all you guys joining in. Let me go ahead and skip through my ad here. What's up? What's up, Sheldon? What's up, Joe? What's the Voltage RC? What's going on? Keep it scale, stupid. What's up, Paul, man? Guys got your notifications. I know Paul, so you look out for that one. Let's see, CSL. What's going on, man? Oh, you changed it a little bit. Good evening, Joe. Let's see. It's looking good, bro. Okay, man. Let's see, Sheldon. Can you get the Kyosho bodies? Still not. I don't think I replied to you because usually they're like months away. They're months out before we even get the cars, and it's like months later. So until we get anything. So as of right now, so I was kind of like, this not slated. We don't know when it's going to be produced. On some of that, let's see here. Gucci, what's up, Coach D? Appreciate all you guys joining in on a Friday. I wasn't going to do it. I was like, yo, what's happening? What's up, RCX Garage, man? So, yeah, definitely smash that thumbs up. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead. I got the tools laid out here. I was doing this elsewhere, and I figure I'll go ahead and bring it here so you can see it. So let me go ahead and get it going. So I'm going to show you just the close-ups of what it is. So these are things that you can find on our website anyhow. So the Hobbywings, I like them because the fact that they're not super expensive, but they're reliable, and and that's the main thing as far as reliability. That's what I always kind of look for. So yeah, they might be a little bit pricier than some of the other stuff that's out there, but I like them. They're easy to configure. This one's going to be pretty straightforward. There's no soldering. It's going to be using XT60 type plug. That's what's going to come with this vehicle. By default, in the box, they're just DIN connections. So I'm going to go ahead, take one of these out of the box. I'm going to gently take it out because I want to repack it so that way when the two guys that I have left right now are John and Jared. So definitely appreciate you guys and all the other people that did order from us anytime, every time. Definitely appreciate it. So let me go ahead. The Mad Van. Oh, the Mad Van bodies. It's coming this, well, I should say, it's coming August. So next month they'll be in. We only got a couple of them in, and then that was it. Actually, Kyosho sent them out to some of our customers. They said, well, we only got a couple of them. I'm like, all right, just went chronological order and shipped everything out, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get cracking because I want to do this during the video. So like I said, I might move the camera so it's up higher so you can kind of see down. I think that's what I'm going to key in on. If you guys questions and stuff like that, I'll go ahead. Those were just empty boxes. Here's the real deal. So these were just like, oh, I'll stick them over here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to remove some of this stuff because these are obviously for each individual upgrade. So get that out of the way. I used the Loctite, but I haven't used that one. I've been going with, this stuff has like some kind of, it keeps refilling itself. I don't know what happens because I did this on plenty of other upgrades and it's still always, you only use a drop, but it's still. All right, so if by chance you're looking for one of these GTOs, we got one left. So Kyosho Pontiac GTO, one of these left that you see here. We got some of the Hellcats still available. I think there's like about 3 of them left. So if you want that. Also F450s, if anybody's interested in the Sin racing trucks, we have them in blue. The F450 Sin racing truck. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put these aside over here. That way you can probably still see them. And you kind of get an idea. I'm trying to focus on the main thing here. All right, so I'm gonna move the camera so that way it's kind of more above. I'm gonna raise it all up so you guys can kind of see that. Well, this one's nice because a little tape. So Pontiac GTO, Kyosho. Put that one right up here. Let me go ahead and show you guys so that way you see what I'm working with here. This thing's awesome. So we'll get it out of the box here. So like I said, I'm going to try to do this as not gently as possible. That way it gets repacked the same way. So usually what I do is I kind of just cut this tape. And I will go ahead, move that camera so you guys can start seeing all this stuff. Hopefully you can kind of see it. All right, let's see. Bring it in. All right. Now to raise this sucker up. Up, and away. Not that far. What's up, Joe? What do you know, Joe? All right, so I think that should work pretty good. I think I'll be able to kind of see that a little bit in the area. All right, that looks pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's move this stuff off to the side a little bit. All right, so parts I'm using, just so you guys are aware. So this is genuine as far as the actual drive shaft, the FAW210. So that's the longer drive shaft. This is using the longer chassis. Yeah. So this is actually the first time I've actually opened up one of the Pontiac GTOs, so meaning that this is the first upgrade for the Pontiac GTO. This is limited amount of these. It's kind of hard to get. So, but it's for a customer, so kind of keep that in mind that I don't go ripping through everything. So I'm gonna put this box aside somewhere. There we go, perfect. So I'm gonna need to test the radio, make sure everything's functional before we get it out to the customer. So yeah, this thing's pretty awesome looking. Definitely like it. Yo, I'm getting my Hellcat tomorrow. Oh, cool, man. Team Tiny, right on. Awesome, awesome. So cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, start the procedure here. So gently remove some of these little body clips without scratching the body up. The body on here is really nice. But that's Kyosho, man. That's like Kyosho standard. Really nice stuff as far as when it comes to the body detail. So, all right. So there you go. Obviously, keeping the cellophane or whatever you want to call it, this plastic protection there. So yeah, really nice. Front of it, back side. You guys can see all that. All right. We're gonna put that back in the box. We don't need that right now. So this is what I've been doing with my Hellcat upgrades, is to kind of make it so I can still use all the zip tie straps, whatever you want to call these things. So I just kind of twist and turn here to get them out. Sometimes easy, sometimes not. That went pretty good. So, all right. So the reason why I do that is I need to lift the car up to test it all. I need to flip this around. So yeah, this is going to be more like showing you guys what I do for the upgrades. Honestly, they're going to be, let's see, need a blower. Oh yeah, yeah, right. UPS sent confirmed. Cool. That's good. Good news, good news. Oh, so fresh and clean. Yeah, I know, right? Mr. Paul. All right. So first things I do is I got to get a small little, what is this, a 1.5 something? Yeah, I think it's a 1.5 as far as this one goes. I don't remember. I just know it's a blue one and it's the smallest one in the arsenal as of now. Now these screws, I just kind of kick these aside because these won't be going back in the car. Obviously, because these electronics that I pull out of here, as far as the motor and electronic speed controller, these don't get sent in the box. These are as a, we'll call it a labor fee, whatnot. because you're doing the upgrade, so we go ahead and just keep those two components. Now, if you're doing this yourself, you can, obviously you can have that for yourself, but as that's kind of a trade-off, that we kind of do. So, people don't want to buy the, maybe don't understand how to take apart the electronics or whatever. At least this might show some people like, oh, okay, that's pretty easy to do. And maybe some of you guys might have some suggestions while you're watching this. So what I do with this piece right here, we won't be able to use this little cover again for this, so I stick this back in the box. So I'll put it in the actual Ziploc bag for the customer, so that way they can, if by chance they change electronics or whatever, they have that little cover for it. Not really sure if Kyosho went back to the same little cover. They were doing that for a little bit where they didn't have the cover, so I'm not really sure. And this is an MIP screwdriver, whatever, as far as hex driver, and it really bites onto these hex screws, so it's nice. So that way I'm not stripping, as far as the customer's brand new vehicle, got to give it respect. Treat it as you'd want to treat your own vehicle. But some people don't treat them very well, but in my case here, I want to make sure that it's treated as best as possible and as clean as possible for my customers, because I definitely appreciate their support. So let me check what's going on here. Yo, Coach D. Seeing what you guys were saying or anything like that. Why we're kind of, this is definitely different, but I figure, hey, what the heck? It's Friday. If you guys want to chill, hey, what is he working on? So we're working on the Kyosho Pontiac GTO from Kyosho, the 1/10 scale. So we're doing a little upgrade to it. This is a Hobbywing system, so these speeds will be over 50 plus miles an hour. I already did one with another vehicle that was Kyosho, same kind of setup. I did like 60 miles an hour with the setup that I'm putting in there. So what I do is I go ahead, this is just a plastic pinion gear that's on here. So all I do, this doesn't go back in the box, because this is something, I just keep it, and you wouldn't want to use it anymore anyhow. So then what I do, I just kick that aside. The little motor plate, this is nice with the motor plate. So what I use is I just use it, metal. This is an aluminum one, so it's nice and light, and also it's metal, so better than the plastic one. It'll fit on there better too, so we don't want to strip out. We got a more powerful system in there, and the first thing that would happen is it would just hone out that, probably more than likely it would just hone out. There's no grub screw that holds this on, it's just kind of friction snug on there. So yeah, we get rid of that deal. Alright, so I'm just going to put this little motor mount along with my other little parts. So we'll go ahead and, since it's easier to get to, I just do the drive shaft right now. And I think this should be the same exact size. So all I do is kind of raise this up. You just use a little bit of force on there. And boop. So same size. I put this back in the box too, just in case something happens to one. I did mention the Kyosho about, vibration. Be nice. They kind of like what Arma does, where even though they're less expensive, or even their more expensive ones, they have that bearing that sits in the center to keep everything from bouncing all around. So that would be nice if they did something like that. So there's holding this thing from going all over the place. So this kind of helps a little bit with that. Limiting a little bit of vibration in there. Still, it's a high RPM motor setup that I'm sitting in here. Yo, Coach D Joe, what's up? Let's see here, Gucci. Just making sure. All right, so you guys just kind of chilling, watching what's going on. Don't cringe on this part of it. It doesn't damage nothing. But I just use the screwdriver gently to kind of ease up off of that double stick tape on here, because it's a little bit rough. They're definitely using good double stick tape. They were using some other double stick tape that wasn't as good. It was easier just to pop up, but it left a lot of residue. This one's nice, so I just do that. And let's see here, I think on this one I have to relocate the receiver, so I put it up in this little spot here, as the receiver is what communicates with the radio that you're using to drive the vehicle. So I do that. Alright, so let's get components that we're not going to be using anymore: the electronic speed controller and the brushed motor. So those get to say goodbye. So those are out. Alright, so next things, we want to go ahead and get this receiver out of here. Alright. So that's out there. Yeah, this thing's still pretty sticky, so usually I can kind of get away with sticking it back on there with the same exact thing, because it didn't do anything there, and it's on there pretty good. So that's what I kind of do. Now they just kind of squish everything. I'm going to try to just zip tie and make everything nice, a little bit neater in there. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Trying to see where this antenna is at. It's just tucked in there. All right, let's see what else. Yo, what's up? What's up, Barbecue? What's going on, man? What is that? XL? A? Is that just axle? Something like as far as garage? Do you like the Kyosho or the Tamiya 22? Oh yeah, as far as when it comes to the chassis, that TT02, it's not a bad chassis. I think it's a little bit more narrower than this one. Anyhow, I think it's like more of a 190 millimeter body, where this one I believe is actually even, it might be a little bit wider, but like a 200 something millimeter body. I don't know all the specs of it, but I've had the TT02 chassis. It was okay. But I prefer this one. It's a little bit wider. And this one already comes with bearings and everything in there, so I don't know. But the TT02, well, it just depends, because Kyosho doesn't, well, they do offer a kit, so I shouldn't say that they don't have that. So yeah, Kyosho does have that little kit. And they're like around like 150 bucks a kit. All right, so what I do with this one, here's our new electronic speed controller. Boom, boom, boom. Our Easy Run Max 10 60 amp electronic speed controller. This little wire here is for temperature, to see what the temperature of the motor is. So that's kind of a nice thing. The only thing is, I wish it would dial it down a little bit more. I think if it's like 220 is the lowest it can go on the motor temps. So what I do is, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the box. Nothing left in the box. I go ahead and just put like the Hobbywing stickers, this instruction manual. I put this in the box for the customer. I'll put that all, like I said, in a little baggie that it's already there, supplied from Kyosho. So that's kind of a nice thing to do as a Ziploc, so I can go ahead and add more to it. So I'll just put that box there for now. I don't put any of the Hobbywing boxes in there. It's just a box. It's just wasted material. As far as just adds bulk, and shipping. So, all right. So here's what it comes with. Here's what I kind of ixnay. So I just go ahead and pull these aside. Boom. There's just a couple screws. It's more or less confusion for anybody buying it. So I stick them aside. So those don't go back with the customer itself, because they'd be like, what's the extra fan and whatever else. So these little zip ties, I'll use these for the install along with the double stick tape. Let's go ahead and get that motor out. So I'll show you this too. So happen to be working on my phaser buggy at the moment. All right, Who Rock 305, what's up, man? So what's up, guys? Let's see. Paul Clancy, what's up? Right, TGIF, can't remember Joe's OMGRC, so I can, oh, let's see. Oh, you couldn't remember Joe's OMGRC, so let's see, I can help my kid. Oh, buy a new RC car. I understood he did drop shipping, but stickers good, advertised. All right, cool. Yeah, I drop ship some stuff, and then other stuff gets just shipped out through me, and this is like, so anything that's usually on a pre-order, those things come to me first, and then they get shipped out to the customers. Not all the time, so kind of keep that in mind. So some people will say, oh man, I didn't get any stickers or whatever. I'm like, yeah, because if it doesn't come directly from me, you'll see it come from different warehouses. Then unfortunately, I should ask them like, hey, just go ahead and throw stickers in with orders. Anyway, this is more information, manuals. So I'm going to go ahead and provide that for the customer. So yes. All right, this is just an adapter. I just kind of, I'm not using the adapter again. So here is the motor. So nice. Maybe see in there. The Easy Run was that 3652 motor. So it's basically it's like a 540 motor. That's pretty nice for this application. There's a lot of different setups. We can go about that all day. But for a customer, I think it works pretty well. I've used it in the past in videos, so I like it. And we've sold quite a few of these upgrades, so I definitely appreciate, you know, the guys are like, yo, you know, I just want to pull out of the box and run it. So, and I appreciate you guys buying little upgrades too. Again, we don't really make any money on the upgrades. We just sell them for what the parts cost. And so, I mean, obviously there's money there for the cost. So right now, I am putting a little bit of thread lock, blue thread lock. That way, I guess you can see it, right? So put that on there so when, you know, people are running their car, we don't want this thing to be vibrating all over the place and it come loose. So for someone that's just kind of starting out, what I would recommend you do is make sure your alignment's correct. You know, like, oh, it's going to fit. I know it's kind of far away. Just make sure everything, test it before you go ahead and screw stuff down so you know. But as far as for me, I already kind of know I'll say, oh yeah, I already know where they need to go, and I'll mess up. But for the most part, yeah, kind of know where everything kind of needs to go. I've done quite a few of these little upgrades. But I did notice recently, like, they put that little cover back on. It could be maybe different models. When is the new blue Hellcat coming out? It's already out, man. We got it here. Actually, we got them. So actually, well, I would kind of swing it around, but we actually have one in the box right over here. So yeah, the blue Hellcat. You can go to our website, OMGRC.com, $229 for you to purchase it. Boom, boom, get it. As far as that one goes, yeah, but we got them in stock, man. We got a few of them left. Get some stickers from OMGRC when you get them, when you order one right from us, as we have them in stock right now. So yeah, appreciate you asking. What's the so yeah, that's that. So Paul, what's up? What's up? Making sure, seeing where I'm at with everything. All right, so here we go with the pinion gear. So I don't know if I'm yelling, but I want to make sure that you guys can kind of hear me. I hope so. I think you guys would have said something. Wow, these scissors are really bad. These aren't the ones I've been using to go through the packages, but as long as it cuts, I guess that worked well. All right. All right, so this is, and reason why I'm doing this, maybe some people, if you're kind of joining, I'll kind of reiterate some of this stuff as far as what's going on here. We are doing the upgrade to the Pontiac GTO from Kyosho. This thing's going to be definitely fast. And going with this plastic pinion gear. This is what the plastic one, and we got this nice aluminum one. And I got to tell you, like, weight-wise, this thing is super light. So I don't even know if there's any weight difference. It could be that the plastic one's heavier. I don't know. They're really nice gears, so I'm really happy with those. So yeah, anytime you're like metal on metal, as far as when it comes to, especially things that are, you know, obviously, I pretty much do the Loctite on anything that is in contact with metal on metal. So for vibrations, so things don't back out, especially anything around the motor, but even suspension and just in general. It's just a rule of thumb that I do. I was doing my drift car, and they're like, man, did you Loctite everything? I'm like, dude, if it's aluminum on metal or whatever, I'm Loctiting that sucker, because stuff wants to vibrate. So it's on there good. That's not going to be actually a test as far as that one goes. All right, so a brushless motor in, so we're good on that part. What we'll go ahead and do is close this part back up. That's less screws floating around. We are done with that part of it. So the two long screws are just going to be in the very back, and then all the other little screws are the same exact size. They just go closer to the inners of the, I don't know, whatever, inners of the chassis, more of the engine bay or the chassis bay. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Would be the smaller screws. But you'll know if you're using the really long ones on an area where they're a little bit shorter, probably, hopefully don't pierce through the plastic or something like that. But and these here, they actually are pretty nice with the screws. A lot of them have like really super small threads on them. You're not gonna probably be able to see this, but I like these. These have a little bit, they're a thicker thread, so they actually bite into the plastic better instead of those really thin ones that seem to strip a lot easier. So good job on that, Kyosho. I like it. And it is, I don't think there's no Phillips screws or nothing like that I know some people have a big gripe on Phillips screws. I'm not too concerned with if they were Phillips screws, but when you have the right tools, you know, everything is fine. But it depends on the metals that, you know, all this hardware's, you know, depending on that, as far as what materials they use. Some of them are pretty soft and they strip easier. All right, so one thing I would have probably did before, if I wasn't rambling on, is I would have put this sensor wire in there when the motor was out, because they are small, like little prongs that are in there, and I don't want to bugger them up. But yeah, I got it. All right, so we're getting close to the finish, and I hope these scissors will cut this. So at least with the little combo that we do carry on our website, the Hobbywing combo. God, these things are horrible. All right, need a good knife. All right. When in doubt, razor blades. Yeah, I don't like that. I usually use these little razor blades for just those dang sticker sheets. But in this case here, I want to make sure that it's nice. Alright. Yeah, that will work. Alright, stick that aside, take this out. Actually, I'm going to need to use it. But I don't want to cut myself either. Alright. So that is that. Let's see, anybody saying something there? Nice, I try to stay away from Traxxas. Oh, let's see here. Oh, what's up, EGV? What's up, Sonny? What's going on, man? Appreciate you joining in. Oh, let's see, CK Hobbies. I hit 63 with the Kyosho. Oh, nice, man. As far as that, the 69 Camaro on 3S. Sweet, dude. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, let me know what you put in there. Let's see. What's up, Taz? What's going on, bro? What's up, Michael? Mr. Honeychuck, what's up? What's up, peoples? Let's see, Paul. Let's see, the 229 and the brushless motor. Then you use brushless to get it to 63. Well, 229. Yeah. So 229 is the stock price, right? So that's going to be the price. This is the base. We'll call it the base model, right? It's your non-performing, you know, brush system. It's stock out the box. No bells or whistles to it. And then if I'm the only one that I know of that offers these, like a hell yeah package, hell yeah more power package. That's what I did for the Hellcat. And then I had this one here. I forgot how I worded it for the GTO, but I had something as like a power pack or something like that. I had mentioned it. So that's what I did with this one. Anyway, but these were options. They're limited because normally anything with the upgrades, they sold pretty well. But I'm only some people will be like, oh man, can I get the, you know, like, let's say the new Chevy, sorry, there's a lot of stuff coming into my head really quick as far as all I want to say. So, but it's the Chevelle, the new one. It's the Tuxedo Black Edition, where it's going to be all black car with red pinstripes or racing stripes down the center of it. That looks pretty sick. So that's another one that Kyosho is coming out with. And we are taking pre-orders on that one. So it's kind of like on this, I believe, like same chassis platform. Meaning there's two different chassis that Kyosho offers. They have the long chassis, which is this one here, and they have one that's a little bit shorter. Uses a FAW209 drive shaft. So it's a little bit shorter on that part of it. So meaning that the wheelbase is a little bit longer on this one than it would be on a regular, their other cars that they have out there, right? So, blah, 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 blah. What was I going to say? So, yeah, we do offer that as far as the upgrade package. I get all sidetracked on it. But, yeah, they're right around, like, the upgrade packages are somewhere right around, I'm going to say roughly, I think I did one of them was like $350, right? So you get the Hobbywing system, you get me to install it. Obviously, there's stickers in there that we throw in. And, obviously, I tested it before. We're making sure forward, reverse, the brakes, you know, left, right. If there's any issues, we catch them before they get shipped out. You know, that's kind of like extra QC a little bit. I had one that was missing the cover on the radio, which was kind of odd on that one. All right, so at this point in time, we got our double stick tape on this part of it, and I'm gonna move these wires out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way too. So we're good on this part of it. I know where I'm gonna put, since I did a few of them, I put the on and off button close to where it actually says on and off on the chassis. There's a little sticker over here. So what I do is kind of, I'll get to the wires here. Really, I have a picture of it on my phone as far as how I did it before, as far as to what colors. It's not a matter of what colors go where, like ABC, it doesn't matter. You can do it. It shows it here, ABC. Oh, you need to do it ABC. It doesn't have to be. It depends on the car. So it depends if the car goes forward right or if the rotation. So you could go ABC and just, keep it that way. But sometimes you might have to swap around the wires to make the car go forward when you push the throttle. You can reverse it on your radio, but I recommend that you just do it here, because usually the car will go faster forward when you swap it here. Sometimes if you do the swap, the car goes backwards faster than it does forward, and you're like, what the heck? So I don't know. To each their own on that one. You guys can let me know what you do, but for me, that's what I do. If by chance someone gets one and is like, yeah, just switch around the wires, if it happens when I ship it or something, that it goes faster forward. Don't rev the thing up all the way, especially on 3S. Things can happen. Tires balloon and pop, explode, or whatever. Things can go bad because it's not under much of a load. So I just kind of rev it up a little bit here and in reverse and kind of get, make sure that things are working. So we're not cruising the car, because yeah, when you lift things up, tires balloon, and I don't want to destroy tires on a new vehicle that I don't have any extras of. And I don't know when you can get extra. I think those tires are pretty common as far as like on Kyosho's lineups. They have them on like the Camaro and things of that. Let me make sure I'm doing this all good enough. So let's see. I haven't pressed down all the way on it, so I can move it around. I want to make sure that normally I'm going to give this thing, wow, you know what, I think, because alright, I kind of hold it down for a few seconds there just to kind of put some pressure on it, just to make sure it's good. Alright, so that part's good. Usually it's a little bit lower and I can see things a little bit better, but in this case I'm almost standing on my tippy toes. Oh, what's up, man? Geo Stealth R1, I appreciate the super chat, man. The $3.99 super chat, appreciate it, man. See, nice. And welcome back, Geo Stealth R1. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? So sorry, let's see. Hey, let's see. Okay, you guys just chatting while I'm kind of rambling on about the install. So if by chance I missed something, I swore I'd 10th scale, but man, the fit of and finish are getting really nice. Oh, yeah, finish of RC cars and stuff like that you're talking about, Paul? So yeah, this one here is between John and Jared. I already did other upgrades when I had all the other cars. So some people might be wondering, like, we had an issue with the shipment from, go figure. Usually they're always usually good about stuff. I told the driver today, the guy that's always delivering stuff, he's like, yeah, man, oh, this must be for Joe. So I had a whole bunch of stuff in this truck, as far as orders and, obviously all this stuff going on. That was not really the best thing to do, but all right. I'll just put that in there. So put that right by, close to the on and off switch there. All right, so then I'll tuck these wires back in there. So I know, like Geo Stealth R1, he's really, we're just doing like pretty much what factory does at this point in time. We're not getting into changing wire lengths or nothing like that. We're just trying to make it nice, but again, I couldn't spend like all day, like trying to, I just want to make sure that it's nice enough and everything's functional for the customer. So that's what I do. So these I usually kind of stand up right next to it. Yeah, you could I probably could have squished them right down there. This is a different platform, so I might, and I know some people might be cringing what I'm doing here. I'll try to do it nice, but again, I have the same mindset. And I could have switched stuff around a little bit, so now I'm contradicting myself as to what I just did here. But usually I just I'm gonna zip tie it, so don't worry yet. And then again, once you get the car, you can mess around with all the wiring and everything yourself. But I thought I had it before. This is the first one of this long chassis. Well, yesterday was too, but it was a little bit different. I don't know why I'm having the problem. Probably because I'm live right now and I'm talking and trying to figure out like a nicer way of doing this. So I'm not zip tying it yet because I want to see how it's going to kind of fit in there. So yeah. And probably would have went ahead and tested everything out prior to this, but again, just in case. And you saw the way they kind of squish it. They just cram everything in. As far as Kyosho does when they're shipped, they're just like, oh, everything's got to be squished in there. So I don't really like to squish it in there, but you know, especially when I have the space, that's the only bummer part of it all. So I just kind of push those in. I just don't want if you give it too much space, then all the wires start to flop around. So I think that came out well. That's nice. And give these wires just a wee bit of extra little slack. And then I just tuck it in between the electronic speed controller and the chassis itself. So then you're good. So all looks good there. And just go ahead and plug in our wires. What I'll do is, obviously, I'll have to make sure the rotation is correct. So I'm just going to plug them in there slightly, and I think if I switch around two of them, we will be okay. So, can't see it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, got our battery, I'm going to put this thing up on a little, we'll just put on this piece of tape right here. Let me go ahead and see what you guys are talking about, maybe anything. Let's see, Camaro, ooh, let's see here. Might buy a car from you. Stay tuned. All right, Geo Stealth R1. I appreciate that, man. We got some cars, man. We got one GTO left. If you're looking for hey, I know that you know, into some of the tracks and stuff, but I know you got other cars too. But yeah, man, you should definitely check out some of the Kyosho stuff. Let's see here, especially the detail. If you're into the old school muscle cars, even the Hellcat, you know, depending if you're a Mopar kind of guy, or if you're Pontiac, you know. General Motors kind of deal. Alright, so I'm looking for the radio. Alright, so we got the radio here. So we'll go ahead and throw our batteries in, test everything. Make sure I'm not scratching the radio up or anything, so. So yes, what I'll do as far as I'll test all the cars with the upgrades, of course. Obviously, if they're just bone stock cars, they just pretty much get repacked and then shipped back out because they come in packs of 2. So just to kind of let you know on that one. So all right, so this is a 3S LiPo. It's on a half charge right around there. So I'll just go ahead and power this on. Turn on the radio first, and then power on the car. And first thing, I'll just kind of make sure, yep, steering is good on it. And I'll just kind of bump the throttle a little bit. So right now it's just going backwards. This is exactly why I just kind of left them just barely plugged in. I just stopped the little fan on there. Jesus. Alright, good. And I can't really see what I'm doing. It's not a good thing. Fan protection would be great. Alright, so now. Alright, so like I said, I don't get it full throttle on here because it is 3S. So right now, if I hit backwards, it doesn't do anything. Alright, so right there, see how it's kind of just doing its own thing? So I just adjust the throttle trim on the radio. So that way when I give it a little bit of throttle, it responds. If it's just one time, so let's say you go forward, you notice it. Now, right now, that's just brake. So if you were running and you're like, oh, I need to stop, there would be brake. Now that I put it back to neutral, go backwards now. So that's what I usually do. I don't go through any kind of the configurations or nothing like that. As of now, it works good. And then it's backwards, so that part's good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this car down. So there you go. Now you know as far as kind of what I do as far as in that procedure. I know some people are like, oh, you need to recalibrate. Yeah, you know, you can go through those instructions and calibrate it too. There is like the little reset. You can make sure that full throttle, you know, all that. But usually, I mean, I've done quite a few of them where, in this case here, I don't know if it's changed or not, but they seem to be like good at stock out the box. But you know, that could all change. And then after a while, sometimes it's good just to go ahead and recalibrate the settings on your radio to your receiver if you have any kind of problems with it. So that's what I kind of do up that right there. All right, so that is that. So that's it as far as what I do on that. I'll go ahead and zip this back up, put this radio back in the bag. I know it went the other way, but I don't know, I kind of like to protect the top of it. And I just kind of fold this like so. Alright, so they used to have like a separate little box. Now they don't do that. So anyway, I'm going to put the radio off to the side because it has to go back in the box, tucked underneath this little circle here in the same position it's in. So anyway, let's go ahead. So really pretty, you guys saw it, you know, maybe someone's new and they're kind of looking like, oh, that's it. As far as doing the upgrade, like, yeah, man, it's not really that hard. You know, you got instruction manual, so you can kind of check it all out also. So, like I said, I just try to put it back to its, try to be stock out the box, you know, as far as appearance on it with the zip ties. Get it here. Like I said, Alright, so that's good. Again, just want to make it so the customer's like, yeah, it looks like it's, you know, kind of a, like it just came bone stock from the factory. So we're good on that part. Alright, move the tools off to the side. Battery. Like I said, I do this on like a bigger table, and that way I can kind of make sure I'm good with everything, so that way there's nothing missing. So I'll just double check everything. That's why I was putting stuff back in the box. Alright, so we got the body, and like I said, we got the little parts bag here. So these are hub extensions. I believe it'll make the tire stick out wider or come in more narrow. It's got tools and things like that. I've never really used them. I didn't have to. So sometimes forgive me for my ignorance on some of the stuff there. But here's all the instructions, the little stickers that came with the Hobbywing system. I put those in there along with the plastic drive shaft and also the cover that was over top of the electronic speed control, which I think is a bad idea. Kyosho, why are you doing that? You gotta make sure that thing is breathing nice. So I don't know why you put a plastic cover over it, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. I thought for a while they were like, they stopped doing that and then they started doing it again, so I'm not really sure why. So airflow, we want good airflow. So yep. Alright, then we gently put these little body clips back on. We do not want to scratch this beautiful little body for this customer, or even if it's yours. So it would be, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if Kyosho had some other way of doing the body clips. But all right, so this one here, how did it? And I can't hardly see it. All right, hold on a second here. Let me see if I can see it here. Definitely went in that way. Oh, wow, it's down there. Alright. Alright. The reason why I pushed them in, these are, anyway, I don't know if you have to explain it, but there's like a little bit of a ledge. It's actually the pillar. So you wouldn't want to go in. It'd be easier to get them out this way. So I believe that's how I took them out anyway. But yeah, it'd be all scratched up. Alright, so that is that. We'll go ahead and get the box so we can put this beauty back in. back in the box. Go to your new home. All right, get the radio back in there. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is a customer's car that they purchased the upgrade kit for, go faster. So that is what I was doing for them as a service. Alright, so we're back in there. So what I do is I use a little bit of the clear tape because, you know, I cut it here, so we want to go ahead and kind of make that look nice again. So again, it's like kind of like that first impression, you know. Like, yeah, I know he went into the box, but he tried to make it look as, you know, most presentable as possible when a customer gets it. You know, I don't want someone like, oh, this thing, all the plastic's ripped off of it. And it's like, geez, this guy didn't give two craps about, you know, working on my RC car, you know. Won't do that again. But that's why I want to make sure that, you know, presentation, keeping it nice. So, you know, I respect and I want someone to do the same thing. Like, yeah, make it look nice when you open it back up. Yeah? You spend good money on it. You worked hard for it. So that is that. So yeah, definitely appreciate all you guys ordering RC cars, even if they're not upgrades. Now this one here, some of these come from the factory where either the tape didn't get stuck on there. So there are some times I'll go ahead and put a little extra tape on there. Obviously you'll know that that's not factory or nothing like that, but it kind of like that nice, like, oh, I get the, you know, that unboxing feeling that you get. Like some people are like, oh, I really, you know, they don't like when someone else tampers with their RC car or anything that's new. Like, oh man, it's already been open, and kind of get that, like, it's not the same feeling exactly. So yeah, in this case here, I just kind of put a little extra tape on there, so it's nice and ready to go. So there you go. So that's how I did the upgrade. Obviously it didn't take too long with, obviously I was rambling on, but at least now you know on that. So I'm gonna do the other one too, but I'm gonna show you, like, so we got another GTO, which you already saw that one. So, and also we got, someone was already asking about, to make sure I'm in the right. So yeah, this is the Hellcat. I think it's pretty rad. I like it. So they have the purple one, so this is their blue one. So same exact setup, as far as same exact thing that you'll see under the GTO. Just different body that they stuck on there. Really cool. Let me go ahead and see what you guys are talking about, because I don't want to leave. Have a good night. All right, Geo Stealth R1. Cool, man. Appreciate it. I like the Pontiac body. Yeah, man. Me too. So yeah, let me go ahead for right now. Since I already did that part of it, let's go ahead and a little interaction with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this back down, so I'm not ignoring you guys. That way, you've seen one. We don't need to keep showing you more, but let's go ahead. Maybe, unless you guys say otherwise, like, yeah. But all right, these are done. That's done. It's done. So yeah, that was really, that actually did pretty well. Usually it doesn't take me too, like, it's like, I don't know, it's a pretty quick little job to do. That's why I was like, I don't care, you know, hey, we pull a motor out, we do obviously sell the motor. Let me make sure where I'm at with it all. So, all right, I'll get the other one going here in just a minute, but let's see here. Have a good night, brother. Let's see here. Motorcycle season coming to an end. Yeah, oh yeah, for you, definitely. Let's see. Videos coming soon. Need projects. Oh yeah, definitely. Geo Stealth R1, yeah, projects. So that'd be, we got some projects, man. We got plenty of projects people can work on. Let's see. I drive a 65, oh, Catalina with a 383. Oh, nice. Every day. Nice, nice, nice. How much does it cost? How much do they cost? Let's see here. Is that I guess Rizzle? I don't know, sorry. Yeah, as far as the price on it, these things are around $350 So looking at about, what would that be? Let's see, that right around, I think it's like about Is it about 70 bucks? 50? No, sorry. It's right around, yeah, 70 bucks, somewhere right around there. 50? No, sorry. So yeah, it would be about roughly 120, 110, right around there for the upgrade. Yeah, from the stock price. Yeah. When we at? Yeah. So $120. It'd be 120 bucks, roughly right around there for it. Because you got the drive shaft. Those are like about 10 bucks, somewhere right around in there. Then the system itself, they're like 100 bucks. They're like right around in that price. And then the gear itself, the gears vary a little bit, so I kind of buffered in a little bit of that because some of the gears we can get, some of them are more expensive, so it just depends on what's available, what we can get. So it's kind of buffered a little bit of margin for error in there. But all right, so we got another one. But yeah, that's what I pretty much price them. Then you get a discount as far as when it comes to our website. So if you spend over $250, you can apply a $10 discount. So there you go. So then you get it for $340. So there you go. So that's on most of the vehicle. Anything that's over $250, most stuff. I think it's die-cast metals, Team Associated, so maybe some other stuff that the coupons don't work. But also, if anybody's looking for like a 1/8 scale, $50 discount on that one at checkout for the Team Corrali cars. So you don't have to do nothing. You just go there. There's no discount code. I don't know why I did it before. I should just say, oh, just go there. It's already applied. No big deal. I did change the website a little bit to you have got to make an account. So that any guests, they don't have set up for guests anymore. It's more or less you just make an account. It kind of cuts down a little bit on, I don't know. I mean, I check out sometimes as a guest, but it just, that's the way we're doing it for right now that way. So if you have an account, or make one, then you're good to go. It's not a big deal. It only takes a little bit of time, maybe a minute or two, set up an account, because you just have to do your email, put in your password. Everybody knows I hate the password things, but I wish there was a new way of doing all that. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's get this done because I have to, because this thing's got to get shipped out tomorrow. Because we are overdue to get these things out for the customer. So a lot of the other anybody else. Okay. So I told you guys before in the live streams, they're like, yo, GTOs are hard to get, and Kyosho only sent us a few. We had to order quite a few of them, right? And I was like, so I had already contacted prior, like this was like a month in advance or so, with our distributor. I was like, hey, I need to order more of these GTOs because it sounds like Kyosho is saying that they might not have as much as what they were expecting. So he's like, well, right now, I don't have any to give you unless someone backs out. Thankfully, someone backed out, and I was able to get all that they had backed out on, because I was like, all those was what I needed. So it was really nice. I was like, man, you saved me, dude. So my buddy Jeff at our distributor came in clutch on that one for sure. I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, you are the man. And the other person that backed out, I was very thankful for them not needing as many GTOs as they thought they might need. So, all right. So yeah, and again, I just use the Hobbywing stuff because I've never had a bad experience with the Hobbywing system. Not to say that they're perfect, things happen, they're just electronics. But I've really had awesome experience with them, so I sport even their Hobbywing hat. I paid for it, but I thought they're pretty dope as far as their company goes. So I like them. I don't know anybody there. I know, like, what is it, Charlie, that he does, I don't even know if that's his name, to be honest with you, but he does the Hobbywing, like, videos on YouTube. They're pretty informative. So I like it. All right, so let's see here. What else we got going on? Let's see. Definitely going to order the black. Oh, the Chevelle from you, Joe. Yeah. So we are taking pre-orders on that, Paul. I don't know if we were talking earlier. Sorry. So we are taking pre-orders. I did switch up the website. So anytime there's any kind of pre-orders, you're looking to see like, oh, is he taking pre-orders? I tag it. Behind the scenes, you don't know that part of it, but it is technically a tag. and it'll pop up and it'll be under pre-orders. So you just go to our website, you click on pre-orders up at the top, and then you can see all the things that we're doing pre-orders on. So just kind of give you that heads up on that one. I would like to be able to do that more. Also, if by chance you guys order, you know, any RC car related stuff, if you want to send us pictures or any kind of videos, links to even your own YouTube channel, I don't care. You send it to us. I sent an email out even today. I'll probably send it again, depending on how many people open it. Send it out again. Hey, if you bought something, you're like, yeah, I got my own little YouTube channel or whatever. I'm trying to get it going. And I bought, you know, something from you, Joe, OMGRC. Cool. You're like, yeah, man, I just got this GTO from Joe from OMGRC. Definitely appreciate it. Boom. You know, send us that video. We'll be happy to share it on our website and, you know, give you guys, you know, that we get quite a bit of traffic each day. So, you know, people click on it, and I make it private, so that way it's not streamed right on. So depending on how you send it. So I've been asking now, I've asked, like, just send me your link that you bought something. I asked for your name, the model number, and things like that, and then kind of check back a little bit as far as did you order something from us or not. So we want to make sure that people are sending us stuff, pictures and videos, that it's actually stuff that you purchased, right? It's kind of, no, I appreciate it as far as that one goes. So I just don't want anybody general like, oh, I got this Traxxas car. Like, we don't sell Traxxas, so it wouldn't be a video we would want or a picture. Nothing against or Arma or whatever. It's nothing against those brands. It's just that, you know, we don't sell them, so we wouldn't want to show those videos. All right. So I got that out. We got our GTO here. Another GTO. Thing is lit. I love it. So yeah, you guys let me know as far as I know I'm just gonna kind of just do this. Once I'm done with this part of it, if people are hanging around, cool, I'll go ahead. We can chat it up some more. Definitely want to get these done, so hopefully you can kind of understand that one. You guys can kind of watch. Some of you guys have already been here hanging out. You already know the procedure of what I'm gonna do, but I'll go ahead and we'll do it again anyway. So you always can let me know, like, yeah, I like watching these little upgrades and stuff. Maybe pre-record ones so we can kind of see it. A little bit more detail to it. So yeah, let me know. I always really appreciate your feedback, so that way, you know, it's definitely important to get feedback from you guys. So right now the brain is functional as far as when talking for the most part. So let me know. Tomorrow I'm gonna be drifting. Last week I missed the drifting because I did not check the schedule for them on their website. So the drift place I'm talking about is called Street Breaks Circuit or Street Break Circuit. They're here in Clearwater, Florida. It's a pretty awesome little drift spot that I go to. I've been going to just for only about maybe like we'll call it 2 months. And I really like it. Like the people that hang out there. You know, it's basically anybody that's in the RC hobby. They're pretty cool people. At least when you're hanging around with them. You do get the, you know, like anywhere else, you kind of get some people who are like, but for the most part, a lot of the people are pretty awesome that are in the hobby. But we know that there are those few, just like anywhere else, you know, it happens. But yeah, there you go. So there's the body. Does look pretty sick. My cousin got one of these too. He's like, dude, that thing is so sick. It's like the best one Kyosho came out with. It looks pretty sick, man. You know, depends on the times, how you grew up, what you like as far as muscle cars. Like, I do like it. It looks awesome. But I like the Camaro was definitely one that was like, ooh, that thing looks good. Now, the Chevelle is pretty awesome, but this one definitely looks good. So, and I like it. They got 2 light buckets up in the, you know, for the lights, and it looks like, I didn't even get to see underneath the thing, to be honest with you. Okay, so yeah, it's got light buckets. It's got rear light buckets in it. I don't want to drop this sucker. So two per side light buckets for the back lights, and then you got 2 light buckets for the front. And also well, I guess it'd be either your parking lights, you know, as far as your turn signals. So it's got 6 lights up in the front. So wow, I'm not leaving that there. Put that, and I don't want that thing to fall off. All right, so we're using these Hobbywing systems. So these are a combo actually. So they're right around like $100, I'll call it. Anyhow, especially if you just buy them off the website, you have to pay for the shipping. But yeah, these Easy Run Max 10s, things are, again, I got a few of them lying around here that I've had in vehicles. They're great, man. So that's why I put them in these systems. I'm like, yeah, these are trying. They're just good systems, and you know, I'm trying to go. When someone buys something as an upgrade that we're offering on our website, OMGRC.com, we don't want to just give them crap and like, yeah, yeah, it'll save you money, but you don't know if it's going to last too long. Like, we want to use good electronics in there, so we want to use more of those premium electronics in there, so that way you get long life out of your RC car, right? It's a nice vehicle, so we don't want to put cheap stuff in it. So there you go. All right, and then what I'm doing right now is I'm just going in and just removing the zip ties. You guys want me to show you how I was doing it before? I don't know. How fashionable as far as the. Yeah, hello. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, what's up, RC Show Off? What's up, man? Who would think the best looking classic Chevys are made in Japan? I know, right? That's so funny. I know, for sure, man. A lot of cars rolling in here. In their grave. Oh, I know, right? It's like, oh man, you know, like, oh, they're bringing it back, and it's, you know, made in China. You know. Yeah, it's the same thing probably with the flags. You know, unfortunately, I think any American flag, if it's a flag, that it should be made in the United States, not made in China, Taiwan, or wherever. That should be made in America, right? If it has anything that shows America flag on it, boom, it needs to be made in America. You can't bring it in. Can't import anything that has the U.S. flag on it. That's how I feel. That's kind of like it's like stabbing you in the back, man. Nowadays, most Americans would be buying their house from Japan if it was if it was a few bucks, yeah. What is up? Keep it scale. Keep it scale. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Does let's see here. Not sure, Leonard or so. Let's see. Does the new blue Hellcat has rear bucket lights? Yeah, I believe it does. I mean, I got one right here, but I had, obviously this brand new. I don't want to pop into it yet. We can take it apart, but I believe it has rear lights in it. The last one did. It had them. They were pretty faint. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe someone else can chime in on that one. I did put lights in it. It's got lights in the back too. Sorry. I had the blue I had the purple Hellcat. And it had lights, so it had front light. The only thing is with the Hellcat, the lights aren't very bright because it already has, let's say, like a sticker over it. So unless it doesn't have like just a clear lens that shoots through, it does have a clear lens, but it has a sticker over it, so kind of deflects that from being super bright. All right, so we're gonna crack into this once and get this thing upgraded and be done. All right, so first things first, get these small little screws out of here. So again, what I'm doing, this is the Pontiac GTO from Kyosho. So yeah, doing an upgrade. This is not an upgrade for myself personally. This is an upgrade for a customer that purchased it on our website. So this is in between John and Jared. These would be one of the two cars on both these cars. One is for each of them. So yeah, we're doing these upgrades. I did have someone else ask me earlier about the new Chevelle, that's the black bow tie one, if I was going to be doing any kind of upgrades on that one as far as the offer that. And as of right now, no, because I don't have any more of the FA. These are going to be the hot ones, I bet, this year. These FA W210, this drive shaft, this is the longer one. And because Kyosho's pumping out a lot of the long chassis, I bet, shouldn't be saying that, these are going to be harder to get. So we'll see as far as that one goes. Just to let you know too, these parts here that I'm taking out are going to be going back to the customer. They're going to be going in a little baggie. So that's what's up. I see RC Mass Master, what's up? I say I prefer if nothing has flags on them. I think if it puts a lot of people off, especially, a place that the flag represents. I don't know. I think maybe I don't know if that was it or what. But the flag was more or less not the stick on the car or nothing like that. But it was just, I was just talking in general. Maybe, I don't know, I think I lost some of the conversation there. But I was just saying that people produce flags that should be within their own country only. Not someone making them outside the country, producing flags for another country. It just seems odd. Let's see here. Joe, I would like to order the Chevelle body. Are they available? Oh yeah, Paul. Which Chevelle? As far as the gray one or that silver one, or are you talking about if it's the bow tie black one, the black and the red one? I don't know. I don't know if I can get either one at this point in time. I have to get with Kyosho to see if they're gonna have any. Because as of right now, I don't have any of the bodies, unfortunately, which is a bummer. I don't. Only body I have right now is the Mercedes AMG GT3. That orange body, 110 scale. That's the only one I have. So if you're looking for that one, I have it. You can hit me up on that one. It's actually on eBay. I think it's like, I don't know. They're pretty expensive, man. They're like over $100. I mean, for our cost on them, they're pretty expensive. So that cost is really like, there's not much off of the real price of what those bodies cost. That's why I'm almost like, I don't know if I'd buy. It kind of stinks because you don't want to buy just the body for that kind of price, and then you're like, well, for a little bit more, I could have bought all the other stuff, but I only needed the body, so I don't know. Each their own on that one. Like, you know, you gotta spend more, and then you're stuck with a whole kit which you don't need, and then you're like trying to sell it off. So yeah, dang, this thing's got a bite on it, man. Give me my screw. These are MIP. This little hex driver. This thing is pretty freaking sweet. It's really well as far as, yeah. We sell these on our website also, but man, they're strict tolerance as far as how tight they are on a screw. As you saw, I'm trying to rip them off the screw because they bite right in there. And this does have like a little bit of a round head on it, so that way you can get into like certain angles. But so that's a little bit why it's kind of biting in there a little bit more too. But it's nice so that way you're not stripping any screws. So anytime you're working on an RC vehicle, I mean, kind of like your own tip or whatever, is to clean out any of the heads on them so there's no dirt in there. Make sure, you know, that way everything's nice and clean, and then when you pull all the screws out or whatever, you know, you're not starting to strip stuff out because the actual tool you're using didn't have enough bite on the actual head or whatnot to, you know, get that particular hardware out, whatever. So, but it's good to get good tools, but I'm not going to say that it's the more expensive ones are any better. Some of them might be. I'm sure they use different metals that are stronger, but they all wear out, like someone said. And I had some like these Hobbywing ones. I paid, I don't know, like maybe 20 to 30 bucks for them. They lasted pretty good. I still use like the bigger one. I think it was this a 3, and that's a 2.5. So I usually use like a 2.0. I would like MIP to actually stamp what the size is instead of giving you like a stupid sticker on there. Stupid. But yeah, that's that. There's my rant. So, but yeah, I had this other one that's like Titan. So these I like because, so the difference on this one, first of all, you can replace the bit. You just pull this off and you can replace it with another one. This one, once it's bad, the whole entire thing's no good, which is a really waste. And you try to be more minimalistic as far as not wasting so much. But, all right. Let's go ahead and get the old electron. Let me see what anybody's going on. Let's see. I just got some $12 HRBs I like. I don't know. Burn. Mr. Burn. Let's see. I heard the new MIP's not that good as the old. I'm sure probably. You know, that's kind of the way it goes, right? Might be because they're pushing their tools. Yeah. Let's see. Has there been any news on the USA 1 RC show off too? Not really, no. We'll probably have more news this month. Not this month because it's so close to, you know, August. So yeah, August we should start having more information in regards to things that are coming. I'll have to look at my email because Kyosho's always like, yo, we sent you an email. I know, but the thing is your emails are not accurate to when the things get shipped to us as far as the dealers. So that's why I always call them. Like, it says it's dropping in June, but we're already halfway into July. I want to know where the orders are at. So that's why I always give him a hard time with that as far as Efren from Kyosho. But he's pretty good about it. And yeah, I tell you one thing, man. I like when they can ship the stuff for me. Why? Because the shipping's cheaper. I was like, holy crap, man! Like your shipping is awesome. Like, please ship more stuff to my customers. Because once they get it here, even if it's close, I can even ship some stuff in the same state for the price that they shipped it across the state. I'm just like, man, either he's just hooking me up with an awesome freaking deal, because I've been buying a lot of stuff, thanks to all you guys that order stuff from our website, OMGRC.com. But yeah, he's been super cool. I need to get him back on the channel so we can talk about more of this Kyosho stuff. I gotta say, like, when it comes to Kyosho, this is where I start to sell stuff. You know, we move stuff in volume with Kyosho. A lot of the other brands, I don't move the volume I do like what I do with Kyosho. You know, it's funny because I don't know. Other names, well, Kyosho's been around for a long time, but dude, once you have a Kyosho car and you just saw like the body itself, you're like, yeah, I get it, man. As far as like, they're nice looking. You know, attention to detail. Ah, this one's got the old. That's what I didn't like. But yeah, Kyosho cars are nice. You can do upgrades to them. I did have someone ask me about the swing shafts. Dude, you gotta get out of here. The swing shafts, that's gonna be, we'll call it like the shafts for the front and rear tires. These are plastic ones, but I gotta say, in my experience, maybe other people have different experiences, obviously, right? So, but they've been really good as far as the plastic dog bones that are in here than the aluminum metal swing shafts. So, I don't know. I've never had any problem with it. They're plastic, they're thick, they work good. But because the swing shafts, I think they're pretty expensive. They're like 40 something bucks for like two. Yeah, so they're kind of steep. How's my RC, my guy? Long time no talk. Oh, what's up, Brett? Sorry, man. I don't know why I said. Yeah, what's up, Brett? I had someone else, Brent, another customer. He had bought one of these cars, so I was like, man, I gotta get it out there. So, right, like traditional hex keys. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. I don't know why they don't make. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's see. RC Master. I don't know why they don't make the shafts the same shape as the head. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, right. So that way you can kind of cut them down. We could just cut them, exactly. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that either. It's kind of like, we don't want to do that. So what we do is you just do the little bit of the head on, so what he's talking about is like, you see these tools, I figured what the heck, right? So we can kind of mix it up a little bit. So if you look at these tools, just a little bit of the tip is the actual tool that you're using, the driver, right? As far as just the hex itself. Instead of having like the whole entire shaft that way. Maybe someone could let us know. But I would say they don't want you to do that, because then you can just keep filing down. It's kind of like regular key that you get, like the little Allen keys that you get, like little L-shaped ones or whatever, where you can they're the same thing all the way around, the whole entire thing, so you could file it down, and then now it's fresh and new again. I don't know why they don't do it on there, but I imagine about that money. So that is that. So this is just a plastic pinion gear that's on here, so it's just stuck on there with friction. So we just plop that off, and we get rid of that one, and we give our customer that buys the upgrade the aluminum one. Some of them are steel. In this case here, it's the one I grabbed is just aluminum. Super light, nice, really nice. Without cutting myself. Is this little blade set freaking sharp? That's the idea, man. Let's see here. Trying to keep us coming back, buying more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, man. You always have to keep you coming back, man. It's an addiction, isn't it? It's not just a hobby, right? It's an addiction. But I don't know. I mean, if you guys like, the tinkering and everything else like that, you like cars. If there's like at least a car that someone's like, yo, that's like my dream car, you probably, chances are you might grab it just to have it because it looks cool, and it's kind of like your one-to-one as far as like, it would look like the car I really want, So that's kind of like how I do it. There's a couple reasons why. One, well, those cars are expensive. You know, the ones that you really, really want. You know, pretty hard to obtain depending on how much money you got, how much you want to go in debt. And also, you're going to get me in trouble. So I like fast cars, but I know what my foot does. It goes to the floor. And I've had enough of speeding tickets throughout my life. Mostly when I was younger, because I had, you know, we'll call it the tuner cars, you know, and I had motor swaps. And so, you know, you want to go a little bit faster, but I didn't go in street, well, I did street race, so, you know, obviously it's not a good thing to do. Puts a lot of people in jeopardy. But I usually would street race when it was late at night. But that's when the cops are out and they're chilling at certain spots, a donut or whatever, and I kind of roll past that. And I got busted at that one. So I had to do like 12 hours of schooling, 2 days, and then talk to all the guys that have plenty of points more than I do, and how they have their lawyer get them out of getting points. And he's like, man, anyway, I was like, what the, this is crazy here. But it was actually a pretty cool group of guys it was guys. I think there might have been like one girl there. So there you go, you know. Guys are stupid as far as that one goes. Like, hey, we want to run fast. You know, we're all about it. But girls like to do that. It's just not as many. So it's pretty rare, I guess. But, because, let's see, yep, the second time you lose your license for speeding. Yeah, exactly. There was a whole big thing about, you know, speeding and like, hey, you're racing, car gets impounded, you might go to jail. I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that too much, so I'm going to have to just stop with that. So, yeah. But, and some cops were cool, man. My cousin and I, we raced one day. So and it was raining. So it was like, yeah, we could kind of spin our tires or whatever like that. I mean, I could spin the tires on dry surface either. It was a pretty peppy little car. It was a little CRX, but it had a motor swap in it. And anyway, it doesn't matter on that part of it. But we were both kind of like messing around. And I was like, man, this is just bad news altogether. But whatever, stupid. So yeah, we're running around, and we're going down to the beach or whatever, and basically considered like this the building, and there's a cop hanging out right over here, tucked in the back, and we were at a light, and we just kind of go bam, and just a little bit, and that cop was like, comes after my cousin, pulls him over. I go down the road. Of course, he backs up and says, hey, the other guy is going down the road. I'm going to the beach, so there's not really too many ways out of there. And I was like, whatever. So then another cop pulls up on me and pulls me over. My cousin was like, I don't know who he is. And I was like, that's my cousin back there. And he's like, well, the cop's like, well, he's not saying that he knows you. And I'm like, what the frick, man? That's my cousin, man. We just did like a quick little blip on the throttle. That was it, because we know it's raining outside. We're not gonna go hauling butt, but it is what it is. He's like, well, I mean, you were honest with me. You can go. You know, I appreciate it. I was like, thank God. My cousin, not so lucky. He lost his license for a year. Yeah, so you can kind of imagine how the family wasn't so happy with me for a year. As far as that one, like, you're the older kid, young adult, and not setting a good example. So I was like, sorry, but I was having fun, you know. So yeah, it was a weird time for a little bit. I had over 50 licenses suspended. What the heck? That's crazy, dude. I want to keep the Vitera C10 body. I think that's a nice looking truck. Yeah, those Vitera ones are definitely nice as far as the bodies on those. Yeah, dude, those are nice. Like even like the Camaro and stuff. So I like those. All right, so we got a little Hobbywing system in here. We got a 3652, our brushless motor. It's got a little sensor on there for temperature, not as a censored motor, just kind of FYI. Got a little adapter, not needed, confuse people. They give you an adapter in there, so if by chance you have any pinion gears that are actually a 5mm shaft bore, you could put those on there. So I just kind of stick that off. Either that's going to get lost, or people are not going to know. Some people know. But it's not necessary. So what I do is I put the instructions in the box with the customer's information as far as the new car. So just kind of, I know some of you guys are like, yeah, we already heard it all, but some people that are just kind of watching, then you know. So what I do is go ahead and you guys can let me know if you want that closer view, but after this thing gets done streaming, there'll be one where I was actually closer up on the car and you can kind of see it all. And this time I'm kind of breaking it up a little bit more because I already did an upgrade and I'm just kind of rambling with you guys here. Why we pay RCs to go fast as you pre-order? Oh wait, as you want. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Sorry, I got two different things here. Let's see. I have placed my pre-order for the Chevelle Tuxedo Black. Thank you for the notice of the pre-order. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I definitely appreciate that, man, Mr. Fast RC. I definitely appreciate that one. So yeah, appreciate all you guys as far as doing the orders. You know, it pays bills, man. So definitely appreciate that one. So you guys enjoy your hobby like I do, and also, you know, pays bills. So July was definitely slow for OMGRC, but that's usually because of the fact that you know, you got July, so everybody's out. You know, you still got kids that are in school, da 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 da. So that's pretty typical. I don't remember last year. I should have looked at my, what do you call it? I'm looking for like a graph or something like that, so I can see how we did last year and how we did. But every year is different. But you can kind of get a general idea how things go, trends. But you know, with that old coronavirus thing, that changed stuff a lot. I don't know. We did better last year, I think. But this year's been pretty good. Definitely appreciate it. Every bit counts. We definitely been doing pretty well on our eBay side. So, but that's slowing down too because you get items that are hot and then they go out of stock and then they come back. So yeah, just Loctiting the things that are. This one here, I know maybe someone would say, oh well, you know, that's just plastic, but it's not actually there. It's not tapping it. As soon as it's on the motor, it'll vibrate, and I use the blue Loctite on there so that way these screws don't back out because we are putting a high performance motor in here, so we don't want this thing to rattle loose. And like just like the pinion gear, so the pinion gear that comes stock on these cars are just a 32 tooth pinion gear, and that's what I replace it with, but with a metal one instead of the plastic one. So, and with the pinion gear, just kind of going back over it, I just kind of give it a little bit. And since it's got the blue Loctite on there, it shouldn't back off at all. But I don't want to like sit there and like crank on it because it is small stuff and it will strip out. Especially because the pinion gear is just, it's small and it's also aluminum. So, but it's got a plastic spur gear that's in here. And before I do anything else, while I'm pointing at it, I got to remove this drive shaft, replace it with the aluminum one because it will definitely, it's not going to completely get rid of the vibration of the drive shaft, but it's definitely going to be a lot better than the plastic one. So that's why I do that upgrade. So that's not part of that upgrade package. So, but I do put this back in the bag for the customer. So that way, in case something happens, whatever. I didn't even mention to Kyosho, like I kind of repeated it too. Kind of like what they do with like Arma and such. If they have that center bearing, what have you, to kind of keep everything. It's a long distance there for something that's rotating. And I mean, even like real drive shafts, they usually have another little area where it kind of, I don't know if it's actually rotates around that, but it's at least there if something happens with the drive shaft, right? So I guess some of them might have, I don't know if they have bearings on them or nothing like that. I don't know about that part. You guys can let me know. I'm not 100% sure. But in this case here, it is pretty long, so it'd be good to have that little bearing in there. I did do it. I did 3D print one from, I think, Drake, Super Drake. I don't know if he's the one. I don't think he's the one that made it, but he had mentioned it. And then it was actually Hoobrock 305. He's like, hey man, you'll print me one of those. So he sent me the link. So I did print him one for this. It might be a good thing, but you could use the plastic one. So that was kind of a nice thing. So maybe that might be something I do down the road. But the only thing is that it has like these little, like a fork, and it goes and it slides over. There's like a little hump in the center here, kind of like it would be like on, you know, a rear-wheel drive car. There's usually like a little bump in your down the center of the console, whatnot. So, but the only thing is, it kind of limits the space of the battery the way it is. So it almost need to be a different setup. I don't know, but there's my 2 cents. Let me see what you guys are talking about at all. Let's see. Thanks, dude. This is my brand channel. Let's see. Oh yeah, appreciate that one. Let's see. I don't know. I look a few minutes ago. Maybe was advertised talking about them. I don't think I pre-ordered with. Wouldn't sell out. Just make more. Oh, Paul Clancy. Let's see. Keep it ski. I'm not. I lost. Let's see. Said he had only 5 available per pre. Oh, yeah. So like Paul, because I actually pre-ordered a lot more from our distributor, but because the GTO scared me a lot. Because I was like, man, I really need them. And thank God our distributor, I had ordered from Kyosho and our distributor that carries Kyosho too. And because one of their dealers had backed out of a bunch of them, I swiped them up because I was like, dude, I really need these. So I'm taking not as many pre-orders. I gotta play it safe because even Kyosho's like, this hasn't happened. He told me like it doesn't usually happen to you. I know you've been pretty lucky, fortunate to get everything that you ordered, like the Mad Vans. We ordered a bunch of those, and we were able to get them all. So we got lucky on that one. Usually we got lucky. So in this case here, I'm taking less. We might, and then we can let people know once they come in, like, hey, we got more of them. But we'll have to see. We just have to. I gotta feel confident in we're gonna get a lot of these. Like, let's say the next wave of the Chevelle with the black tuxedo, what have you, that car. So yeah, just kind of let you know in regards to that one. I put 5. I think now there's 4 or something like that. I don't know. So just kind of giving you a little insight on that one. So if you want one, if you can be one of the first, the first few, then you're pretty guaranteed you're going to get one. But there's no guarantee in anything, right? But you'll get one. It's just a matter of when. That's the only problem. So I haven't heard anything like a shortage of the USA ones. I just haven't heard much on them. But we know they're coming. I did have someone off the top of Kyosho would be like the HPI Savage. I think it's their Flux. It's like the 1/8 scale. We had one wave of trucks come in. And that's been months ago. And we're waiting for our distributors. Like, we got more. It's all tied up in shipping and customs. Excuse me. We're waiting for that. We don't know. We know we have a manifest and letting us know exactly what all the parts, how much is coming, but we don't know when they're coming. And they also told me someone broke into one of their containers. And this is some shady stuff right here. So someone broke into their containers at the shipping yard, out in California. They went ahead and broke into it. They opened it up. They opened the boxes up. They took the just like the packaging as far as when it came to like manuals, all that stuff, and just basically gutted out the box, put the box back in. Tell me that wasn't enough time. They took everything out of the box and they put it back in so it looks like no one did anything to it. That's pretty shady, and that seems to be very time consuming, right? They said this grabbing boxes and like, let's go. They opened boxes up and took the stuff out and what? Tell me that. It almost sounds so much like an inside job. Like, come on, man. Yeah, aren't those things working like 24/7? But I don't know where all that stuff's at. As far as that's got to be it's a huge yard as far as all that. But crazy. So yeah, they were definitely short on some of them, on some of the cars now, because they were stolen. They only got to the vehicles that were closest to like when they opened up the door, so they took those out. But yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Now I just need to learn my goals is to make at least one upload before the. Oh yeah, man, Paul, you need to come out. You need to drop some videos, bro. I mean, I've been slacking a lot. Even on my second channel, I was like, yeah, I was hoping to do more videos on there. It would have been more just like back and forth between 2 things probably right now, between drag racing and drifting. But I haven't uploaded another video. But I did, I had the drag racing videos. My last one that was probably like almost a month ago. I think that was it, yeah. So yeah, man, but you gotta at least do one, man. You can at least do that. You can do some unboxings. Come on, Paul. Joe, what's the discount code? I forgot. OMG. Oh, it's right on our website. I don't remember. Oh, I don't. It depends. Oh, 10, 20. Let's see here. It depends on how much you spent. But if you go to our website, so let's go. I'm going to go to my website now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Waiting for it. No, it's already there. All right. So depending on how much you spend, let's see. Big shout out to Capture Today. So if it's $100 and up to 100, so $5 off 100, and then if you're over $250, you can use the OMG 10. If you're over $250, anything over $400, then you can use OMG 15, and you can save 15. So OMG 5, if you bought something that's just over $100, then you can apply that $5 off code. Again, that's why I have details, because it doesn't all apply to every manufacturer. So that's there. I'm sure that'll change too. But yeah, that's that. Appreciate you asking there, Paul. If by chance you're looking for like a Team Corrali car, I think I had mentioned that, and then I totally forgot. But it's already deducted at checkout. But it only saved $50 off the Team Corrali cars, 1/8 scales, and that ends tomorrow. So that was just a July deal, July. So that is expiring tomorrow. So yeah, if you're looking for them, I had a customer. He's like, I don't know what to get. And I said, well, I mean, you can't decide between the two of them. They're the same chassis. He's like, I don't know which one to get, man. I said, well, and he told me which ones, and I was like, well, I think they're pretty much the same exact platform. So you could just get a different body for it, and then you'd have both vehicles, just switching out the bodies. So I said, well, just no pressure, but it does end tomorrow. So he thought I was kidding. I was like, no, I'm not kidding, man. It definitely, the sale ends tomorrow. I think it ends like around noon, because that way all orders are in, and that way we don't have people until like midnight, because then that won't work for us if we have to order them. So those are coming right from our distributor. So they give them. That's what's good about sometimes not having so much stock, is if there's discounts or deals, then I can give those to you guys. Because if you already paid X amount for it, and they're like, hey, we got deals, and they're like, hey, man, we paid this much for it. Now you're offering it cheaper. So that didn't really work. So, but yeah, this is pretty cool. So I definitely appreciate all you guys ordering from our website, OMGRC.com. Yeah, even just hanging out here, chilling, watching our videos, smashing the thumbs ups. I mean, if that algorithm is definitely on the thumbs up, man. Everybody's like, all these big YouTubers, like, yeah, make sure that you smash that thumbs up. I mean, it's pretty critical as far as giving a thumbs up. Any interaction, apparently, leaving comments and stuff like that. Sometimes I just delete the comments that are just like super, like, you should be complaining to the manufacturer, not me, right? If you don't like the way the vehicle was designed or something like that, go complain to the manufacturer. They're the one that can make the change. I can't do nothing about it. What am I gonna do? So those comments I typically just delete, because why? It's just bad business. Like, it might have been your bad experience, and it might not be for everybody else. So why would I want everybody else to see that negative comment? And plus, it's negative. I don't want to. I'm not really in the space of negativity on a hobby. But it is good to give people good information. I get that part of it. But if it's like, oh man, the tire glue on one of my tires came off, this thing's a piece of crap. I'm like, it's just a defect, man. Either get some glue or contact the manufacturer. Don't come through me. So, I mean, I think some people just rant just to go along, and just like, because they're just upset or they're not happy, whatever it might be. I'm just like, yo, go vent somewhere else, man. Like I said, to the manufacturer. All right. So that's that. I'm gonna say right around there. Am I cutting that with them? Cut that with that? What the? Yeah, no, this is not the best for. Blades don't like the glue. Let's see, now is a good time to say, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, people. Yeah, smash that thumbs up. So I know. Sorry, I'm not as energetic as some of the other guys that are using caffeine to boost their energy. I'm just going El Natural. So if you see me, this is the way I am as far as that one goes. So I know as I watch like Daily Driven Exotics, like, yo, if you want to watch us when we're not buzzing on caffeine, we do have our other channel that you can watch, and so we're a little bit more relaxed than we would be if we were on the caffeine. They're always busting out these, I think it's these energy drinks, which I do not do those at all. I don't even recommend people drinking that stuff. This stuff's nasty. But, you know, pick your poison, right? Something's going to kill you one way or another. So, but I just don't do it. It gives me the jitters as far as those energy drinks. Some of them taste alright, but I've only had a couple. Just to try them. I've had Red Bull. I was like, we had an actual Red Bull vehicle come by, like a Mini Cooper, and there was a couple girls that were in there, and I was like, hey, you got some of these Red Bulls? I just gave them to a bunch of the guys that I work with. I was like, I don't want them, but I'll give them to somebody else that will suck them down. So I was more like this to kind of see what the girls look like at the time. And I don't care about the drink. DD, I think they do more than energy drinks. I know, RC show off, yeah, they might. I know as far as they had their pep rally, whatever, when they were coming back to California, and there was like, I don't know how it worked exactly when he was standing up on top of that black truck. Like, it was all dented the roof. I'm like, who's paying for that, man? But, dude, they definitely doing something right there because, man, I can't. I know they lease their vehicles. Some of them they do own. But dang, man, those I don't know how they work it all out, man, but I'd be stressing on all the bills. Like, yo, I mean, I know it's a lot of money movement all the time. That stresses me out. Like, yo, we got this one, we're getting this one, we're selling that one, we're doing this one. Like, geez, man. But that's to keep that channel going. So he's been doing it for, I think, like 10 years or something like that. Crazy. So I give him props, man, because every day they're grinding on that channel, man. So that's awesome. And I love the cars, man. It's just, you know, California, geez, man, talk about the epicenter of freaking fast cars. And it has a certain, when I was watching Daily Driven Exotics and they went back to California, I was like, dude, there's a certain vibe there. It's just like, yeah, man, they got these freaking sweet freaking cars out there. I saw yeah, it's like pretty awesome spot. Guys are always, I want to know what all of them are doing as far as for money. You know, businesses, other families, whatever else that's. But yeah, man, you gotta hustle. Definitely nothing's given to you, that's for sure. I mean, unless you're fortunate, but then you won't appreciate it when you have the money. But yeah, man, let's see here. What we got? All right, I gotta put some of this double stick tape. Let's see here. Fast RC. Let's see. Hey Joe, what's the deal with the Sin Racing? Racing price F450. It went up about 20. Yeah, it went up because everything started to go up. We have it on the whole website. I had to do a refresh on it, so you'll see it like Red Cat went up from 10 to 20 bucks on their cars. So even Sin Racing, I used to get them a little bit cheaper, and then they're at 389 now. So it used to be like, I'm all over the place. Like 379 if I'm not 369, 379. Wow, that's a lot of tape. This will definitely stay on there. Yeah, they were cheaper, and I just got them right from Sin because they had them in stock or whatnot. They had contacted me on Facebook, like, hey, we have them in stock. I was like, all right, let me get some. Ooh, the price went up. They were like you see $20. There's like a $40. It's like, yeah, it's about $40 difference on my side that it went up. You see $20, I get 40. So it was like, ouch. What the heck, man? That's even with us, the team associated cars, they went up more. I'm like, so the price is the same for the map price, but I'm losing more money. So I'm not, what the heck, man? So I don't know. and HPI, all their stuff, I don't know what they're smoking. Some of the cars that they, two-wheel drives for like 300 and something, 350, 360 bucks. Get out of here, man. Two-wheel drive, you want how much? What's special about it? Nothing. It's the same freaking chassis you had before, and it's well over what it would have been before. So, I'm giving you value, man. Putting in. But even like it was HPI. What was it? Oh, the Maverick. I'm looking at one here now. Those were like $209. Like sweet deal, right? There was a brushless system in there. It was a 60 amp. Da 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 da. And now it's $249. Not so bad still. You know, it's 4-wheel drive truck, 1/10 scale. Does like probably 45, maybe a little bit faster, maybe not, but somewhere right around in there. I was like, that's still, it's not bad. You know, it's not 300 bucks, so we're still under $300 for 4-wheel drive, all bearings, brushless system, no batteries, no charger. You know, the normal run-of-the-mill on that part of it. And then they had the brushed one, and it was still under 200 bucks, right around there. But the brushed one is now creeping up to the brushless, what it was a year ago cost. So, it's like, and I asked about, hey, I love upgrades, make performance look better. Yeah. RC show off. Let's see here. Just got a Kyosho GTO from you. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, Mr. Junebug. Appreciate it, Mr. Junebug RC. Appreciate the support, man. Appreciate all you guys when it comes to buying stuff from our website, OMGRC.com. So this was kind of doing this little upgrade here, kind of showing some people. I did it in the beginning. Now I'm just rambling a little bit as I talk, so it's going slower. But yeah, upgrades are great, man. Glenn. Yeah. And I think this one is well deserved, but I do like the fact that Kyosho doesn't offer this, because it'll just make the price more expensive, make it for people who don't want to buy it. So I think in this case here, hey, it's $229 for this, you know, as far as like the Pontiac GTO, your Dodge Hellcat, that's, you can see a little bit of it there. You know, those, I like that, because before they used to use like a Team Orion system, and it was like over $300. And the Team Assist, if you compared Team Orion with my brushless system that I'm sticking in there, as far as the Hobbywing system, and the brushed motor that comes in the stock in the car, you'd be like, that stock brushed one's faster than the one they're offering that's brushless. What the heck? And then your system, like, well, it just destroys them because it's got a better system in it. That Hobbywing, or that the Team Orion was really watered down. It was a very weak system in it. I don't know what happened with that one, but it was like not impressed at all. So the brushed one was like the same speed as their brushless one. It was really bad. Actually, my friend at the time, Brian, he had the brushless one, which was like their, what is that? It was a phaser. It was like call it like first gen phaser. What did it have? It was like the Audi R8. So it was that one, and it had their Team Orion system in it, and my brushed one was going just as fast as his, if not probably faster. I was like, yeah, that Team Orion system is bad. So it was bad. What was it? It was bad. It was a bad system. Not all of it's bad. Not all the Team Orion stuff is bad. It's just what they chose for the platform. Like, I had another Team Orion system that was in their Audi R8, but it was their 1/8 scale. That was pretty good, but it was only 4S power. So I was like, oh man, why not 6S? I mean, you guys are asking, it's expensive. And, you know, there's a lot of companies out there that are, I don't know, running 6S power. So we got to get with the program here, Kyosho, when it comes to your 1/8 scales. I think I got, oh shoot. Alright. I'll make sure I get this switch in there. And then I'll press down on this. Alright. Let that get in there for a little bit. Oh. Good. Now, normally when I'm talking, probably floating around in here. And then All right. Don't get scared. I was looking for the other screw that I had popped off there. It would have been floating right in here. Kind of weird. It was just a screw that holds down the plastic plate. It's not like a super critical thing, but kind of makes me wonder what I do with it. Let me see what you guys got. Is the Hellcat 1/8 scale? No, it's a 1/10 scale as far as the Hellcat goes. That you see right here. And all of it. So, yeah, it's just a 1/10 scale. They're like kind of like this, you know, a standard one. I don't know if there's a standard, but it's more. It's yeah, 1/10 scale. But we did sell a couple of the Mercedes. They were the 1/8 scale. It was the AMG GT3, but it was their large one. We only had a few of those, literally just a few, pre-order, and those went within, I don't know, like the first week. I was like, oh, okay, people like those. HPI went from good deals to craziness. Yeah, no, Paul, absolutely, 100% agree with you on that one, man. So yeah, some of their stuff is like, you sell the Maverick line, and I know it's not like completely like the whole HPI lineup really, but it's like, but you're giving me quite a bit of deal on your Maverick line compared to your Flux line. Well, I shouldn't say Flux line. If your normal HPI lineup, right? Like it's just from HPI, where the other one, the Mavericks, are more of, I think they're from a different company. So, but I don't know if they own them, or I don't know how it goes exactly, so forgive me. But yeah, when you have that lineup and it's still under the umbrella of HPI, and then you're like, well, what am I getting that's better? Why is this jump shot costing me $360 when I can get the Maverick for, I don't know, $250, and it's 4-wheel drive instead of 2-wheel drive. It's got the brushless system in it, and it might go faster. I don't know if it goes faster, but it's 4-wheel drive, not even 2-wheel drive. Like, yeah, it has a plastic chassis on the Maverick, and the other one's twin plate, whatever you want to call it, vertical chassis. I'm just like, dude, what you got to do when you're looking for RC cars is just make sure, look for what you get, right? So, do a lot of comparisons. Don't just ask one person, or, do your homework a little bit on them. See what you can get, most bang for buck. That's good, and that it's a good company. Because then, usually, like the companies, you usually can get some pretty good support. I mean, as far as like, this is a bad time to talk about any kind of support, because of the fact that still things are behind in manufacturing. But we know certain brands, they're having a hard time with getting inventory as well. So, Mr. T. So, but yeah, most of the time, yeah, I like this one. Like, I never had Kyosho when I was younger as a kid. I'm sure I heard of it, but I never bought anything then. But again, I had I had kid money. I didn't have grown-up money where I could like, I'm gonna get this or that, or experience all those different types. I just had Team Associated and Tamiya, the T's, and that was it. So, because I was racing, or I was just having fun, or eventually that just dropped off and we got a car. And I moved on as a teenager. So yeah, I'm gonna get some zip ties up in here. So I need to test the car. Obviously, still gotta do that. Gotta make sure the sucker works. Kind of tuck this little duty in here. And the thing is, make sure. Gotta leave a little bit of wiggle room here. We don't want to put so much stress on the actual cables. So that is it. Alright, so good. So you definitely don't want to stress out your cables and all that stuff. So you want to make sure that there's some wiggle room on them whenever you're doing this stuff. So, alright. And if anybody gets it, like, I want to, zip tie whatever you want to. But alright, so next thing, not to forget, we want to test this sucker. Make sure it is working. So I hook up a 3S power, battery. As far as yeah. So because this thing can handle 2S, 3S, so it's already good for. Thank God there's no spark on it either, which is good. We need the radio. All right, what we got going on here? We got still people hanging out. I just ordered the Mad Van, so I don't know why it's not working. You ordered the Mad Van? Paul, you got that from me? The Mad Van? Because I don't even know if Mad Vans were sold a while. They've been out for a little bit. Did you? But anyway, if it's not working, I don't know why it's not working. So first thing you'd want to do, I mean, pretty much, I think a lot of it's exposed. But you just check, make sure your connections are good. Make sure, you know, black or brown are on the outside, you know, away. Just make sure everything's plugged in good. Also, make sure, I'm going to go through it here too, but your trim levels are set correct as far as like your throttle. Because sometimes if they get bumped around because they are exposed, you could be hitting the throttle and nothing happens because it's, you know, it's not actually set correctly. Like my reverse sometimes won't work if it's not like in neutral for the receiver, or I'm sorry, for the speed controller. So anyway, we got this hooked up. Let me go ahead and plug in my wires and just place them in there a little bit because I might have to switch them around. I don't remember the colors I used last time, where I would just kind of do it the way. I think I had to flip them around. I think I just flipped like orange and yellow around. Whatever. Let's see. Did Paul say anything? Yeah, I'm just ordering the Chevelle. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm just ordering the. I just ordered the Mad Van, so I'm. Why it's not working, Paul? Create an account. Oh, Gucci. Create account. Oh, I don't know, Gucci. Or you have to. I have now. It's forced to create an account on our website. Because a lot of times I was getting people they come in there, and it kind of, it's not like another step of security, but it is a little bit, because then it shows that the person made an effort to log in. And because I've had, not really, but I've been pretty fortunate. But I had one customer right now that says they didn't receive the item, even though I have plenty of proof that it was shipped. I paid for it. It got shipped out to the customer, and they got tracking information, and they're saying, oh, I didn't receive it. But they never called us, right? They didn't say, hey, I never received it. You know, that'd be a typical customer. It'd be like, hey, if you order something, you guys can agree, you order something from that particular place, you're going to call them and be like, hey, I never received my order. Like, what's up? Oh, did you get the tracking number? Oh, no, I didn't get a tracking number. Like, oh, okay, well, this is the tracking number for it. And it does show that either one, it didn't get delivered, it was lost. But in my case here, it was actually delivered to the customer, and UPS gave me proof of delivery. And, you know, it's more proof than what the customer is going to come back with, because it was like a charge back. So I was like, yo, give me what you got, because I got proof that I paid for it, it got shipped to you, I have proof of delivery. So bring what you got. So, and that's why I was stating it for, because I was about ready to go to war on that one. So, like, yo, I run a legit business here. You know, we're not scamming people and telling them like, oh, it was delivered and it never was or something. Like, no. Yeah, I received the Mad Van from you a couple months ago. Oh, and you're just, Paul, you're just cracking it now. I was not gonna say it's been a little bit since we had the Mad Vans, but anyway, it's still got a warranty on it. You can always, if by chance it doesn't work or something, but you want to go through checking connections, make sure you got a good charged battery, make sure your radio, you know, you got good batteries, make sure your little lights are on. Anything that could kind of be thrown, I don't know if it's got a cover on it, you might want to check and see if there's any lights on. Making sure that your wires that go to your motor are good. Maybe it's the brushed one, so they have like kind of like it could be loose or something like that. Make sure the wheels are able to spin freely, you know. But if it doesn't even turn left or right or do anything, it could be that it needs to be the radio and the receiver need to have basically bind them back together, right? So you can do that too. There's instructions that tell you how to rebind your radio with your receiver. Usually what you do is you hold down, there's like a little binding button on there, You push that in, and push it in. You power on the car itself. And usually, what I do is I hold down the trigger and turn it on, and that sets this into binding mode, if I'm not mistaken. One way, either it's full or reverse or forward, something like that, or the turning of the knob. It's something to that effect. I don't remember. It's been a while that I've had to do one of them, but it's something like that, and then it'll just resync with it. But usually, if anybody has any problems, I usually will just say, refer to Kyosho, going to Kyosho America, because they'll be like, yeah, this is what you need to do, and they just take care of us for them. As far as take care of the warranty issues. If there is any, it's best to go through them, because if there is an issue with it, you just tell them, hey, I got it from OMGRC, and then they'll just say, okay, cool. But you always want to make sure when you get an RC car, just kind of FYI, even if you're not going to use it for a while, dude, pull it out of the box, make sure it works, because you only have a certain amount of time that's on a warranty. They all vary from like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Some of them are a little bit longer. But you want to make sure you pull these vehicles out and you use it, making sure everything works. Because if you sit it in the box like, oh, I just pull out of the box like a year later and something doesn't work, you're out of luck, man. So just something I kind of thought of, and it's a good thing to get in the habit of doing. Like, yeah, I'm not going to get to that right now, but just stick a battery on there and make sure things work, because you could lose your warranty. Let's see, I thought Corelli was cool. Let's see, cool out with a new 110. Oh yeah, I was coming out with a new 10th scale. I was too with Sheldon. Absolutely, dude. Let's see, what's up, Paul? I've been asking about it. I thought they were coming out with one. I was kind of under the impression that Team Crowley was coming out with a 1/10 scale, something. I don't know. Back in May. So I've been asking. I just asked either today, yesterday. I was like, hey, Team Crowley's coming out with any 10 scale? So I don't know. We'll have to kind of be. This is in the next few months. I think it's usually when we start to see a few more new vehicles start to pop out again. So I'd say be on the lookout for that one. I think we're overdue. I like the Team Crowley, but they have their 2-wheel drive, and I'm not a big fan of 2-wheel drive, especially for off-road. I would like to see 4-wheel drive. So I was expecting that to be out sooner. So we'll see. But yeah, that was one that I was expecting from Team Crowley, as a 4-wheel drive 10 scale. But yeah, appreciate you asking, Gucci. I was expecting it too. If that was Gucci, was it? Oh, Sheldon, Sorry, Sheldon. Sorry, give you credit where credit's deserved. Let's turn this sucker on. Let's see what's up. Turn on the radio first. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so make sure. And if by chance when you're turning the steering wheel and you're like, oh, it does have like these little bumpers on there. By chance, you can maybe get a little bit more throw on them. That might be making noise because of the zip tie. But anyway, that's good on that part. We'll give it a little bit of. So it's going forward, so let me go ahead and just push these down. I keep doing that. I keep scaring myself. I keep hitting the little fan that's on there. Oh, jeez. Alright. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so we're good on that part of it. Everything's pretty balanced on that. And alright, so we're good. Good. Alright, so. And again, I don't full throttle these because, one, I could accidentally blow a tire or whatnot, so I don't give it full throttle. And it's 3S power. So this thing's doing almost 60 miles an hour. Imagine under like really hardly any load. It's going to be really bad. So I don't want to blow a customer's tire because I don't have any more tires to give. So as I was saying that earlier today, I was like, yo, that's a bad idea. Don't go full throttle because stuff could break when it's not under a load. So I don't want things flying in my face. Alright, so we're good. That's good. Kind of something like that. We're good on that part of it. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put this back in its bag. Whew, this one definitely took a little bit longer. Too much talking. That's alright. Alright, let's see it. Okay, so we're good. So we're just watching here. But you guys got plans for the weekend? What's going on? And like I said, I'm going to be drifting. We got some drag racing that It's supposed to happen tomorrow, but I'll be drifting, so I kind of like the drifting a little bit more right now. Go figure, right? I like the drag racing. I like the guys that I hang out with there, but the drifting is just kind of like it's my thing right now. Because I already know my drag car, to be honest with you, it's just a 13.5, so there's not like, there's no thrills to it. Just pull the trigger and it goes straight. And that's how it was before. So that's why, but I do like the guys that are there, so really cool. So I do miss them, and I want to go back there. So I was hoping they're going to do like another drag racing as of Sunday, because then I'll be like, yeah, I'll go out there for a little bit, run my car, you know, talk, you know, socialize with them. So we'll see. All right, so we're good. We're good. Joe, I think you need to add your scale garage back. Oh yeah, on your website along with the new layout, which I like. Yeah, I was waiting for someone to comment like, "Oh man, you got rid of your scale garage as far as the welcome," you know. So I'll probably do another one. We'll have some other cars and stuff like that. Oh, speaking of cars, I finally got my Cross RC. Maybe you guys didn't see this one. Let me go ahead and show you. Thing stuck to the. So I don't know if you remember this old rusty junk. No, this is a Cross RC, and we carry these on our website just so you know. But I had the portal axle on the front had broke, and then I found out that there was a washer that was floating around in it, and it had broke the gear. So our distributor is like, we don't do direct warranties. You have to go with Cross RC. So they're like, there's a guy Bob that you need to contact, and I was like, all right. So I sent him an email, and he's like, yo, okay, I'll send you the replacement part. And I was like, all right, just give me X amount of money. And I was like, yeah, but this thing broke because you guys did something with your manufacturing. Like there was a washer that was in there and it had bent. Why was there a washer? Anyway, I was like, whatever, dude. He's like, it's like $4. I'll give you a few gears. And I was like, whatever. Just even though that was like your mistake, for manufacturing. Yeah, suck it up. And it's only $4, so you spend $4, you get your $300 and something vehicle working again, or no. So I was like, I'll just pay the $4. I'll have an extra gear or whatever. But I really liked the vehicle. I had put one of those Hobbywing. Go figure. Hobbywing was the Fusion, so that thing is sick. It's FAO or something like that. Anyway, I think it's something, or FOC, right? I forget exactly the name what it means. But when you're climbing up stuff, it's like super smooth, like their Axe Edition. It just goes up stuff, and it keeps at the same speed that you're keeping on the throttle, even though it might be under more of a load. And it just keeps at a steady pace. It's butter, man. So I was like, that's a nice little system. And it's a 2-in-1, so it's electronic speed controller and motor in one. So it's like a size of a 550 motor, but it's really we'll call it a 540 motor because the other part of it is the actual electronic speed controller. So it is pretty cool. It's tough. Oh yeah, I think oh yeah. So yeah. So that's the deal. Anyway. Alright, let's get this beauty body back on. But yeah, if any of you guys are like, oh, never seen like a Kyosho car as far as like their bodies that they do, they're nice. So they're really nice. Like I said, I never really had a Kyosho car as a kid because I just had Team Associated Tamiya, but it wasn't until last, I don't know, let's say like 5 years or something around there, that I really kind of knew more about Kyosho. It might have been a little bit longer than that, but yeah, I didn't really know a lot about them. And then when I got with the company, I was like, yeah, I want to sell your stuff, and I really didn't I don't know nothing about it. Like, they looked like they had pretty nice looking cars, and I wish I would have grabbed a lot more of those nice looking cars back in the time because they discontinue stuff. They might have the same chassis, but then they change. They don't use the same bodies, so it's like bummer. So even like their Mini Zs, I would like to have an SV. I think they had the SVJ. That was their, I'm thinking here. I'm thinking about not getting cut with this knife, and also as far as the Lamborghini. So yeah, the SVJ. They used to have. I think it was an SV or it was an SVJ, but it was their Mini Z, and I was like, man, that thing's cool. But they haven't done any Lamborghinis, so I don't know if they still have a license with them or not. They said they did, but don't think. It's. Oh, the truck. That's sweet, Joe. What color do they come in? Oh, what's up, Mitch? Oh, yeah, this here. This is the only color it comes in as far as Mitch. The Pontiac GTO. Sweet. Yeah, man. So Mitch here, a friend of mine. He does drag racing with me, and then we're going to be drifting tomorrow. So hopefully you'll come out there. Even though your car needs some tuning, my car needs tuning too. But obviously it's in better condition as far as tuned better than yours right now. Until you get out there and we see what the guys can do and see what I can do to help you out with the drift setup. But yeah, but the car is cool, man. It's really cool. So it's got light buckets in it and everything. You know, I would love. These are all sold. So this is a customer's car. It's got to get shipped out tomorrow. But they're at the 55 plus mile an hour because they can't drive just 55. So it's actually gonna go a little faster. So the only thing is, like, man, why would you want to do the upgrade? Like, I appreciate you guys wanting to do the upgrades, but I'm like on some of these Kyosho cars, like, yeah, I just want to let it sit there and look pretty. But you know, they're designed to drive them. But yeah, they're cool. Definitely the Kyosho cars are. Once I had one of them, I was like, yeah, these things are pretty sick. But the only thing is with the Kyosho cars, like, they're pretty sick as far as their bodies and everything. Like, they're awesome looking. Driving, that's my problem. So that's my only downside to it. Like, yo, you can't make them that nice looking because then I don't want to drive it. And it just kind of ruins the whole reason why I got it. And I wanted to shelf it. So, I was talking to, speaking of like shelving, the 6.4 Impala. So I was talking to our distributor, but they don't sell Red Cat or anything like that. But I talked to Red Cat because they were like, oh, we got new color of the Impala 6.4, and I was like, yeah, but it's not really like my complete thing. It is cool, but they're expensive. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, I don't really want to spend that much money. So, but they are cool as far as the 6.4. I mean, it's kind of one of those things like, I kind of like to keep it and not use it. But then that's the whole point of using it. But they're not going to be fast or anything like that as far as the Red Cat 64 Impala. But there's a lot of upgrades you can do to those suckers. And a lot of customizing. I was watching all these guys. Obviously, a lot of them are East Coast California guys or West Coast California guys out there doing their things. And I'm like, man, that looks really cool. Like, they have the pumps in the back, making it all, look at so scale looking. Only thing that bugs me on it is, like, they have like this cool 64 Impala, but the interior is like very like almost to the door, right? It's like you couldn't put a figure in there or nothing like, unless you put like just their head and maybe just their shoulders in there, and that'd be pretty much it. I was like, man, it'd be cool if they could have did more of like interior in it. But you obviously got other parts that are in there, so you gotta have stuff that's gonna allow it to move up and down, But that was one thing I was like, oh man. Anyway. Alright, let's get this thing back in its box. Let's put this back up here. We'll put it right here. Alright, so alright, home sweet home. Alright, so back in this box, get the tape on there so that way it looks back to more factory, so they pop it open. Let's see here. This is oh. Uh-oh. What happened, Paul? You got censored. You didn't retract it or nothing like that. I don't know. But you had something we didn't like. Alright, tape. Paul, you gotta be under control, man. I don't know what's going on, but my moderator didn't like something. Ooh. Joe, I ordered the Chevelle. Nice, man. Appreciate that, Paul. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. The Chevelle is... I had the Chevelle. I had sold mine. I had sold on eBay, right? It was just... Somebody was like, yo, I'll buy that. And I was like, alright, well, it's just sitting here in the garage, like the 10 scale garage. So... I was like, I'll just, I don't know, I guess, yeah, I'll go ahead and sell it. But that black one's cool. And I tell you, I want to have the drift body on my Camaro, but I was like, oh man, the Camaro's never been used as far as even its chassis. I was like, if I damage that Camaro body, make it look all nasty, then what am I gonna, I don't know. You know, you gotta enjoy stuff too, right? I'm so conflicted. I'm conflicted as far as, all right, so we're good on that. I just want to make sure I'm making sure. We'll throw some stickers in there. They'll be happy. And hopefully, you know, all these cars go to a nice home and not into the gutter. I had a customer that he's like, oh, I did the upgrade. I did your upgrade package and everything like that. And I got to drive it like one time, dude. And he went into the gutter and I couldn't get it. I was like, so he's like, can I order another one? I'm like, dude, I don't have any more of them right now. I'd love to sell you another one for sure. But I don't have any more to give you because they were so limited on trying to get them. That's at the time when the Mercedes came out. So I was like, oh man, that sucks, dude. I'd hate that. I've had other people tell me that too. Like, oh, I was running my car and it went in the gutter, but they were able to get it. I'm like, sometimes you just lose them. So do it somewhere where it's nice and open area if you can do it, man. Nice, keep it scale. What is that? You put PSI on me with only 3 left. Oh, I put some pressure on you. Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, the PSI puts the pressure on you with only. So okay, so we had 5. So okay, so that means. Okay, so they've been selling a little bit. I haven't looked, because I'm using my phone as as far as streaming. So okay, so they're already going. I believe they're supposed. I'm gonna say I don't have like a date yet, so that's why that's not even on there under the pre-order. So forgive me because I've been asking Kyosho, but I asked our distributor, and that's where I had kind of pre-ordered them at this point in time. So they're like, yeah, I think it's going to be coming, you know, like next month. I would say probably, let's say September or something like that. Anytime Kyosho says it's going to come one month, that month, expect it to probably come the following month. Because they usually get their shipments in, like middle is just little stuff. Like, oh, we got a shipment in, it's going to be maybe some bodies or whatever like that, middle of the month. And then at the very end, which is basically into the next month, then those are when they get all the big stuff. They get the cars, they get, you know, the mini Zs or whatever. So I got some mini Zs that are coming. I had stuff that was on pre-order on those, so you can just go to our website, OMGRC.com, and you go under pre-order. You can see what's pre-ordered there. I like that idea of it, and then I'll take in consideration as far as Paul too, to put our I want to do something different with it, but as far as my OMGRC.com garage that has the branding as far as little LED sign on it. I had it on there before that had welcome, but I had it kind of, it wasn't set exactly right, so I had to kind of manipulate or, you know, just use paint to edit some stuff or whatever I had on my phone. So I ought to do it again, make it nice. Because the scale, the garage is pretty dope, and I thank my uncle for that one. So did an awesome job with it, and I just finished it up by painting it. All right, so here we go. We got get some happy customers. So yeah, anybody that pre-ordered the GTOs, everybody other than the 2 here, which is John and Jared. So if you're looking for your shipment, I just did your upgrades for you on live, so you can check those out how I did. Leave your comments. Let's see. But yeah, those will get shipped out tomorrow. So John and Jared, there's your orders for your GTOs. So that'd be it. We got 1 GTO left. So I don't know, Mitch, if you're looking to get one, then I think we have one. I don't know. I have to check my phone and see what orders came through as of now. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you guys kind of sticking around. You know, some of you guys pretty much rock solid as far as when it comes to hanging out here and just listening to me ramble on. So I definitely appreciate that one. And then just kind of doing the upgrade. So that was pretty cool to do. It's 918. These came late. So I was hoping to get these out. These usually only take, like, an upgrade usually takes about 15, 20 minutes to do. I guess, you know, just going at a nice little pace and just making sure everything's right. But these came in late. Like, our shipping guy for FedEx, I was like, dude, you're usually here like around noon to 1, and he runs and drops off stuff. I mean, obviously he's usually backing up now because we had quite a few orders. But today I was really pressed for time to get things out. My wife was able to drive some of the orders to the UPS store. I was like, oh man, we gotta get these things out, dude. So comes in FedEx, leaves UPS. So sometimes the UPS guy comes by. It depends on what time we'll have stuff, and I say, hey man, you just take this for us. So try to do it that way. But crazy, man. I apologize. I don't know what their keep it scale. I don't know what happened. It was retracted by the moderator as far as our boy in here. Let's see. Oh, but let's see, Joe. I think RC Show Off did it. Let's see here, Joe. I think you need to. And oh yeah, that was that one. Tough. Sweet. Let me see here, Joe. I ordered the Chevelle. Definitely. And a T-shirt to support you. Oh man, appreciate that, Paul Clancy. I appreciate you ordering the shirt too, man. Thank you. Thank you for orders. Thank you all to everyone as far as ordering from us. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Put smiles on our face when we get orders. I mean, we're not a big shop or nothing like that, so online when it comes to it. I mean, we have plenty of products and stuff like that, but it's really cool. We're still, obviously, the more you guys share and say, hey, where did you get your RC car? Yeah, we got it from OMGRC. The more that's going to help get our name out there, and that'll definitely help us grow. So, but yeah, man, definitely appreciate that one. Every little bit counts. I've asked some people, like I said before, since we've got a few people in here, if you order one of your cars from us and you want to take a picture and you get a sticker, or you just want to like write a little something nice, you can. I send an email out, but you can always typically those emails just myomgrc@gmail.com, and you can say, hey man, I bought one of these cars from it. I took some pictures. Throw your name as far as if you're on social media. Hey, such and such at such and such, tag us in it. You can tag us, but you can take pictures of it. Benefit you as much as it's benefiting us, as far as if you're on social media and you want to kind of get out there as well when it comes to, maybe you're doing RC stuff as well. Like, oh, I like to run my RC car, I like to talk about stuff. Man, do your video. Let us, talk about us as far as where you got the RC car. As long as it's legit, you got it from us. Then, send us a YouTube link or whatever. And as long as it's mentioning OMGRC.com, that's where you got it from, then, and the picture, if you want to do a picture, that's cool too, or a video. So I know, like 10th Scale, there's other guys that have other YouTube channels, and they're like, or if you're just like a small channel, you maybe only have 2 subscribers or 1, whatever. Just send us a video. You bought an RC car from us, so that's cool. But yeah, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you follow us on Facebook. You can always put it in there, like, tag us in that way, or on Instagram. It'd be cool as far as that one goes. I heard all the RCs are going up 16% too. Everything's going up. Yeah, I know everything's going up in price. I don't know if it's 16%. Ooh, that'd be a lot. That'd be quite a bit. But it is going up. It just depends. Some of them are going up. I think Red Cat is like 5%, something right around there. Usually they do 5%. Maybe it's a little bit less. Because I think when I was buying, most of the cars were like $149, the brushed ones. So they were right around $149. I think that was it. So they've tried to keep that price down as much, like Kyosho. I said, Kyosho, you're going to be raising your prices. Like, we're trying to keep the prices low still. So I don't know how that's going to happen for next year, but Kyosho has been keeping the cost down. And like I said, man, when they ship stuff from me, it's really inexpensive. So yeah, it's pretty nice on that part of it. So that's why, like, if I order stuff, like, man, can you just ship it out to them? Some of the stuff is like, they're in California, I'm in Florida. What would be the point of me getting a package that comes all the way to Florida, then have to ship it all the way back to California? Some of that stuff I just say, can you just ship it from your location? They charge me a little fee, but it's cheaper than, I can't even ship stuff in my own state for the price that they're shipping stuff out pretty much across until, like, I don't know, wherever, even New York or whatever. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but they got some pretty awesome prices. on shipping. John, let's see. Hey, Joe. Is that my... Oh, John. Yeah, John. That's for your GTO. I was just saying, if it was John or Jared, then that Pontiac GTO I did the upgrade on. So you'll be getting that tracking information tomorrow morning. It'll be shipped out tomorrow, too. We missed the deadline. They closed at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I had to do the upgrades. And I'm like, my wife ran out and went to UPS because all the other GTOs were just stock. So I was like, get those out. I gotta still do these upgrades, but I'm not gonna have enough time to get those. We had like a half an hour to package things up, well, maybe a little bit more, maybe about an hour for me to package things because it takes a little bit of time to repackage everything, cutting boxes and whatever else. So you'll see that when you get the package, like, yo, the bottom's a little different. It's got eBay tape on it, because we usually sell eBay. eBay gives us whatever. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that, John. Sorry for rambling. But yeah, I definitely appreciate, John, your support, all you guys buying stuff from our website, OMGRC.com. So you're going to love it, man. As far as let me know what you think about that upgrade. Be careful with that beauty because we don't want to get it all scratched up, man. But yeah, I heard as high as 40%. RC Master 40% on, and not yet. Man, you imagine 40%. Like, the thing is, if it's $100, it'd be $40 more on top of it. So, I mean, most companies don't do that unless we did hear about shipping charge, like shipping freight, or as far as like shipping containers. So our distributor said they went from $10,000 to $30,000 a container. Yeah, that's a lot of money to disperse between all those little items that are inside there. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Gucci, wifey's a champ. The other 50% of OMG. Yeah, she is definitely a big part of OMG. It's the stuff that happens behind the scenes that you guys don't see that wifey is definitely taking care of. Taxes, posting stuff even on social media, kind of like liking stuff and doing all that stuff, keep me in line as best as she can, on that part of it. But I'm more of the free spirit where she's more like focused on stuff, where that's why you'll see like me kind of jump around with conversations. It just kind of all over the place. So she's the neat one. I'm more of the sloppier one. I try to keep stuff organized, but it's just my brain is not wired that way as far as, so I try. I'm like, man, how did it get all dirty again? So she'll come in there, organize everything up again. And so, yeah. Oh, 10 scale, man. I appreciate the $4.99 super chat, man. That's awesome, dude. Happy Friday, man. Mr. Halley. So, yeah, well, let's go ahead and get this little face right here. You guys can see it. And let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of time. Hey, it's Friday. I've been rambling a little bit, but let me go ahead. The Savage, it was $4.99. Oh, it's $700. That's crazy. Oh, now you still see half of it here. Let me go ahead and, oh yeah, I moved it there. Okay. So we had John. I think we might have enough there still, right? Maybe. I think we might have enough that's in the picture. So yeah, we just had John that was on there. He had purchased one of the GTOs. It was the power. I think I called it the power pack or something like that. It was something power pack or some kind of upgrade that I hadn't mentioned. And the other one was like a hell yeah more power, which was the Hellcat. That made more sense. But then I had something with the P with power or something that I did. So Anthony been bringing. Who was that, Anthony? I was trying to see what was going on here. So, let's see here. John, hey. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know as far as when it comes to percentages and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, usually every year, things kind of, that's a little bit too much. Every year, the prices go up, inflation on that part of it. But this year was definitely rough. I don't know. Like I said, I've been using this blue Loctite. I've never heard anything swishing around in here, but for some reason, the Loctite still keeps coming out, little drips of it. So I don't know where it is, but I've had this thing for a while. I got it from like Home Depot. And I've been doing a lot of upgrades in just my own car. Drip, 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 drip. And somehow magically there seems to be more coming out of this thing. I don't know why. I don't know about that one. I've been waiting for it just to go and be done, but it's still, Loctite still comes out of it. All right, so we're good. We'll try to organize a little bit here. Let me make sure what happened. Let's see, Paul. Let's see. But I'm not. I think it's leaking over there. Okay, so I have the 4.6 kit Savage. I never use. Going up in value. Just been shelf cleaned. Oh wow, there you go. That's been a hot one as far as a lot of people love that Savage, even just the brushless one too. Okay, are we going to see some new videos since we watched? Oh, I watched. You washed out the collection. Oh yeah, since I basically wiped out the collection. Super nice RCs on the table. Yeah, so none of these are mine, man, as far as that one goes. So I have like, I don't know how many of the Hellcats I have left or whatnot, if anybody's ordered one since we've been live stream, but we know that I sold some of the Chevelles from what people have said. So right now, no, I don't have any personally new ones for myself, other than I have a Maverick, which I don't think anybody's going to be interested in that one because that one's been out for a little bit, so it's nothing new. So that's why I figured I'd do the live stream and show like, hey, we got a GTO, we did an upgrade, we did 2 upgrades as I did a live stream. So I figured that would be good, someone can maybe watch it, kind of get an idea, like it's not so bad to do, that kind of deal. But yeah, Gucci, man, I don't have nothing, man. As far as I haven't been compelled to buy anything. I don't have anything else. Like I'm like, ooh, I really want to get that or this. I finally got at least my Cross RC, what is that? The Emo AT4 Emo, whatever the ET phone home. Yeah. So that goes back. The old kitchen tools. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have anytime soon. Gucci. So, yeah, I pretty much got boring when it comes to anything that's new. Oh, RC show. Let's see here. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see. The Blue 5 is coming soon. Oh, Glenn, my blue. Oh, the Blue 5. What are you talking about, Blue 5, Glenn? Is this what you're talking about? I don't know. Blue, I don't know what the Blue 5 is that's coming soon. I'm looking forward to the new, oh yeah, the Red Cat, the Marksman. You know what, interesting enough on that one, so, I mean, I did that video, I don't know, it's got over 1,000 views or something like that, and I was like, I'm like, okay, I do that. I did ask Red Cat, like, you guys taking pre-orders, meaning that can the dealers give you orders, right? So that way I can order some of them. He's like, not at this time right now. So I was like, well, I made a video at least, so that way I can get people's feedback. And I told him, I said, for the mass majority, they liked it, right? There was one guy that had mentioned some stuff. I was a little bit in agreement with it, and then other stuff I was like, well, whatever. I want to see what you guys think, right? Because it's not for me to push my opinion onto you. It's for you to make your own informative decision just based on the information I give you, right? So that way I try to keep it, for the most part, there are some stuff that I'm more biased on, like, Kyosho, like, I like their stuff. Their stuff's good. But it's stuff that I sell. So, but again, it's more or less if something sucks, like, I don't want it, as far as, but, I mean, like the Kyosho, I've had it, there's a lot of different, it's different bodies on the same chassis, right? So, and the other thing was kind of cool, like if I can get it ahead of time, then I can run it, I can test it, and that way I can say, hey, like we did before on the Mercedes, that was really cool when Kyosho or anybody else sends us an RC car ahead of time. It's good for our business and good for, as far as getting the word out there for people to check out what's new and up and coming, and you can do this, and I like doing that. Was a really cool video. I had a lot of fun with that one. I had, that was a cool video to kind of make. It didn't get like mad views on it, but we got lots of sales from it, and that's all that kind of matters as far as. But I mean, that's the whole idea of making the videos, is so that way people know, like, oh, you know, OMGRC. Let me see if check them out. I mean, Kyosho sent them, so obviously they must be legit. Like, and yeah, we make videos, and obviously there's plenty of times that people could leave comments or on social media or whatever, but you know, we stay out of that negativity on that part of it. So I like getting the good stuff back. The Red Cat hasn't missed lately. Oh, missed lately. Yeah, the 6.4 is expensive, but it's pretty much the only game in town. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 10 scale on that one. They haven't had a stinker in a while. Yeah, Red Cat's been on their game, man. They're really, yeah, they've grown quite a bit as far as with Red Cat. So, you know, and I like that. I only have I have a sour taste in my mouth for, and I can't get it out because, and my rep was like, man, when you gonna buy more? You know, when we're gonna, you know, you're gonna sell more Red Cat stuff? And I was like, man, you guys, I can't get it out, man. That you guys didn't let me sell the pre-order, the 6.4 when it was available for pre-order like that. I thought I was like, you know, a dealer for you guys, and I thought that was, you know. He's like, well, I mean, that wasn't my dealer was like, that wasn't my decision to not allow you to take pre-orders on the 6.4 Impala. I was like, yeah, but it was still like, that hurt, man. And I sold a lot of your RC cars, made a lot of videos for you guys, and not just for my own benefit, to sell RC cars in general, right? They were basically fast, fun, affordable. Their whole slogan, right? So that was like, man. And I had a few people that were like, yeah, I want that 6.4. Can you get it? Can I get it? And I was like, let me find out. And then our distributor was like, or Red Cat was like, yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. It'll come in the next wave. You'll be able to pre-order it. Never happened. And I was like, you did me dirty, man, as far as that one goes. So I was very upset with that. So I usually forgive and forget, but that's been a very hard one because that that reached into my pocket. When you mess with my money, I don't forget. So that was kind of where, you know, that pays bills, man. So when you're not letting me pay my bills with, you know, with sales, that aggravates me. So yeah, that was just, so it's taken a long time, you know, almost a year, just something like that. Yeah, over 6 months. So it's kind of bad. So eventually, but the 6.4 was definitely not something I mean, it was expensive anyway. It's cool. I like it. I was looking at it actually today. I was like, man, you can get the different rims for it. You get a gold package for it. You know, you can get the whole chrome chassis. You get the underplates, whatever else, and chrome arms, all this different little stuff that you can get for it. I was like, that thing's pretty sick, man. But I don't know, because I'm gonna pretty much shelf it, right? Like, I can't take it to, like, it'd be cool, like, oh, I'm gonna drift a 6.4 Impala or something. But anyway, it is a cool car. I'm sure it'll be a collectible. I'm just not one to collect now in the age I'm at. It's just not it's pointless for me. That's how I feel. I want the 5.9. When it come out? Oh, what is that? 5.9. The 5.9, is that a motor? Couldn't afford. Oh, okay. I think it was like $600 then. Yeah. Some of that stuff's cool. Let's see here. Let's see. He even said never going to use it because we're all using electric now. But our buddy passed away and it was his. Oh, wow. I have it. An ATC 250. What is that for? Professional Steve, confused face. What is that? Confused face. Sean, what's that all about? He's got a VW logo. That's cool. Oh, let's see. RC show off, definitely. Paul, sorry to hear that. What was Paul try to get it? Savage XL is RC Gold. Oh yeah, yeah. That I don't even know when we're gonna get more of the Savage XLs anyway. I asked that today. And I was like, hey, we're gonna get any more of them, and we don't know because of the whole shipping tying up, and they had one wave of it, and that was it. I have to run, boys. Okay, editing, and more editing. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. 10 scale, Mr. Halley. Have a great weekend. Appreciate the super chat as well, bro. Always good company. So, man, take care. to all you guys, I'm gonna get out of here too because my throat is is rough now. I save all my talking for Friday, and then after that, it's pretty much I don't talk anymore. It's legit. Thanks. Yeah, it was good. Good guy. Where's the bash? Oh man, no one would bash their RCs. I don't know what happened here. Did someone pass away that I don't know about? 5.9 is a killer. I missed something here. Later, editing can get, yeah, tendonitis. Mm. Oh, it can get tedious. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, editing definitely get tedious, man. I was thinking tendonitis. I was thinking, I don't know why I just threw some words in there. Extra. Anyway, yeah. Let's see here. I was trying to look for what you guys were talking about, but I'm gonna get out of here too. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. You might see some drifting video, but it'll probably be on the other channel of my own. So as far as just the personal channel, this one here for new and up and coming stuff. So I appreciate you guys. Some of you guys that stuck around the whole entire time that I did 2 upgrades on 2 GTOs, and everybody that bought GTOs, anything from our website, definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate all the support. So have a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna see if I can get some other live videos coming up here soon. So we'll see. Anyway, these suggestions, man. Anyway, you guys take care, man. Who Rock 305, Mr. Paul, Gucci, RC Show Off, our moderator. Who else is in here right now? 10 Skill Garage was in here. Who else we got before we leave out of here? Sean, Mr. Glenn. I'm just kind of skimming through here. I know Geo Stealth R1 was in here. Let's see, John. John was the one who got the upgrade. So, Mr. Junebug RC. So yeah, appreciate all you guys. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.